Fuentes ran the option pretty well that time. He looked to the right, then spun back to the left, pitched it at just the right time to Martin Washington, and Washington got a good lane down the side. Washington, one of the seniors on this team, a senior out of Houston, Texas. 1st and 10 Vikings.
And we're back up on the live stream. We'll get you caught up for you viewing in just a moment. It's 1st down at the 15. Vikings in the Wildcat. And on 1st down, Fuentes hands it off to Hawkins, looking for room. Hawkins carrying bodies down to the 7-yard line. Whoa! And that's a big gain. It'll be 2nd down and about 2. And Joe, I don't know how much weight he can squat, but I'll guarantee it's 400 or 500 pounds because he had 2 or 3 guys on his back.
Half of the Avila defense was on his back. That was that little shuttle pass that time, and Fuentes shoveled it ahead to Elliott, and Elliott drug the pile down inside the 10.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 3 from the 8-yard line. Again, the Wildcat on this second offensive series. Fuentes hands it off to Hawkins. Oh, he's hit in the backfield, and he tried to go to the outside. There was just nothing there, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 5. Lost a couple of yards on that play.
Jacob Lopez and also Ty Larson, a couple of linebackers there to make the stop for Avila. The Eagles pretty well smelled that one out. So Elliott loses 3 on that play. So 3rd down, Vikes have about 6 to go. They can pick up a 1st down at about the 5-yard line.
6-0. Vikings scored on their first drive, and we'll talk to you about it. We'll tell you what happened if you're in the live stream. We had some difficulty connecting, but we're back on now, so we'll tell you about that. Here's Middleton, throws. He had a receiver open and overthrew him in the corner, and that's Rick Fuentes. Middleton came in on that 3rd down play. But you know what, Joe? This now, I don't know if the Vikes are going to go for it. They're going to give Desi Villanueva a chance for the field goal, but it looks like right now that Paul Troth has said the field goal unit's not working. We're going to stay on the field and go for it here, 4th down.
You know, I hope Desi gets a couple shots to try a couple field goals here because we sound like a broken record, but he's going to have to get that component of the game down, and nothing does that more than the confidence of hitting a couple. So maybe they're going to go for it here, and that's a pretty good call, but maybe later on in the game we'll have a chance to try to kick a 3-pointer.
Now the Vikings need to take a timeout. There was some confusion, 3:42. We're going to keep it right here because you're listening on KMMO FM in Marshall, also Stretch Internet, and our live stream. If you were waiting to join us on the live stream, we had a problem on the live stream end. We're back on now thanks to the technical abilities of Chaz Maddie. You know, if it was up to me to figure out how to get that on, I'd have been standing here just looking at a computer screen.
Well, Chaz, I know I'd be the same way. I'd be less apt than you are. But I tell you, Chaz is a big time. He's doing some big time work. I guess in the World Series.
He'll be working for Fox during the World Series.
Yeah, so we need to kind of honor him and give him his due respect right now.
This may be the last day he talks to us.
Yeah, it could be.
Next week, that may be a totally different
story. He'll be down at the Power and Light District with Eric Hosmer and Mike Mustakis and those guys.
But
probably.
Congratulations to Chaz. That's a pretty good honor to be selected by Fox, the Fox Network, to help the production work with the World Series in Kansas City.
Has he offered you any tickets yet?
I've asked to be an assistant and have not been given the opportunity.
I'm sure the tickets are in the mail, don't you think?
Probably. They'll be under my door. 4th down at about 10, but that tells you the quality that we have here. Chaz Maddie runs our television department.
Looks like Jeremy Fry in at quarterback for the Vikings.
The freshman out of Alabama on 4th down, and Jeremy, he's going to keep it, and whatever that was, it didn't work. He tried to hand off to Hawkins and then keep it and roll to his left, and he was buried for about a 3-yard loss, so Avila will take over. If you're just joining us on the live stream, the Vikings scored on their first drive. They went 86 yards, a very clean drive, and the touchdown pass was from Travis Middleton to Dorian Stannard. The extra point attempt, a bad snap. Vikings didn't get that. And so now another drive. This second drive stalls. Most of the drive was by the Wildcats. So Avila takes over their second drive. They got the ball to midfield, tried a fake punt that did not work. Vikings took over at midfield. So Avila's ball at their own about 16-yard line on 1st down. And they hand it off to Jackson, and he gets maybe a yard. Trying to come from a slot position in motion to take the snap. Not much there.
I couldn't tell who it was, but one of the Vikings had Jackson by the back of the jersey, and he just drug him along for about a 4-yard run that time.
So it's going to be second. You got about 3
Got
yards.
3, yep.
Second down, the ball out the 20-yard line, the 19-yard line. Second down and 7. The quarterback is the sophomore, Jordan Radbaugh. He's a good one.
He looks pretty good, yeah.
Good athlete. He is out of Thornton, Colorado. And he takes the snap, back pedals to the 10. Pumps once. Now he's going to take off, and he ducks down at the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5. He saw those purple jerseys coming. Kyerton Kilgore's going to have to come out. Helmet came off, so he'll have to come out for a play, and that probably puts Jeff Desir back into the game, but it's 3rd and 5.
I think Kyerton made that stop without his headgear. Hit him with the top of his head because the helmet came off pretty early, but the big guy did make the stop. And again, Kyerton Kilgore is a sophomore, 288 pounds out of Cardinal Land, St. Louis.
And he gets a lot of credit from all the coaches in this conference. He is really respected as a nose guard. And now here's on the running play. Jackson turns the corner. He's got it up the right sideline of midfield. He gets by Desimone. He's to the 30. Stays on his feet to the 20, to the 15, and finally pushed out. Almost a Statue of Liberty play there as Radbaugh kind of faked the pass and at the same time flipped the ball off to Jackson, and he gets all the way down to the Viking 14-yard line, 1st down and 10.
I think Moyad Maxwell had a shot at him in the backfield, but Jackson fought off the tackle and rumbled down that sideline, and the Eagles in good shape here, trying to tie this thing up, possibly go ahead.
Well, they put it at the 13-yard line. This team scores 23.1 points a game, but the same problems the Vikings have had, turnovers when they get in the red zone. But it's 1st down at the 13-yard line, and Radbaugh wants to throw. Now he breaks one tackle, but not another, and he's going to lose a yard.
Is that Nunn there? Is that Zach Nunn, I think? Yeah, I believe that's Zach Nunn that wrestled him down.
Yep. Not much there, loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Radbaugh, Joe, it looks to me, he doesn't like to stay in that pocket. If his first read's not there, he's wanting to get out of there.
And Zach wrapped him up, said, "Young man, you want to dance? You're not going anywhere." And he wrestled him to the ground. So nice play by Nunn, the senior out of Springfield.
2nd down and 12 from the 15-yard line. Empty backfield. They hand it off to Pugh. Now they try a double reverse. The Vikings have it in the backfield for another loss. Pugh to Oldham on the double reverse, and then Oldham was going to throw the football back to the quarterback, and the Vikings wrap him up back at the 22.
Ricky Williams said, "You're not passing this time, young man," as the junior out of Florida City wrestled him to the ground. Kilgore also in the backfield, so pretty much of a razzle-dazzle play, and the Vikings did a very good job of snuffing that out that time.
Well, now it was 1st and 10 at the 13. Now it's 3rd and 20 from the 23.
Look at this formation.
4 wide receivers. Radbaugh looking to throw, pumps once, takes off. He's got some room. Hit, spun down at the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of 10. It'll be 4th down and 10. And you know what? Looks like the coaching staff for Avila, they just come up with plays, and they had 4 wide receivers, and quarterback was all by himself in the backfield. Wow.
Drawing them up like we used to do in the backyard. Everybody get down in the dirt, and you draw a circle there and a line over here. And Cedric O'Hara made the stop from Pierce City. Pierce City lost last night to Kabul in the first round of the playoffs, 27-26.
Andy Myers will attempt the field goal. He's 1 out of 3 on the year.
The quarter horn already went off.
Kick is up. He missed it wide to the left, but the quarter had ended. So we're at the end of a quite rapid first quarter. The Vikings lead 6-0. Avila lining up for a field goal attempt when we come back in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
You need a diesel engine for one reason, power. So what good is it if it doesn't start? Randy Adams over at Marshall Diesel will set you up with an 1100 cranking amp battery. Randy's crew works on air, hydraulic, and electric brakes, truck or tractor. They do steel and aluminum welding with exhaust parts in stock, like mufflers, elbows, and pipe, including both 4 and 5-inch flex pipe. Open 8 to 5 weekdays till noon on Saturday to do your DOT inspections. Call Randy Adams at 886-8646. Marshall Diesel, 758 North Miami and Marshall. Credit cards welcome. See him at marshalldiesel.com.
We've got quite a halftime show for you. I want you to hang around. Last evening, the alumni banquet was held and had a nice reception, and I happened to be there and had a chance to visit with George Robinson, class of 71, Mark Samsel, class of 2007, Ron Porter, class of 64, and Frank Massaro, class of 76. All outstanding alumni being honored last night, and we'll have a visit with each one of those gentlemen coming up at the half. I hope you'll stay around and enjoy that. All right, here's Myers trying the field goal from 30 yards, and he's got a good leg, and he spins this one up and through. So a 30-yard field goal by Andy Myers. The big play in the drive, the long run by Alan Jackson. 6-3 Vikings over the Eagles, just underway in the second quarter on the Viking Sports Network.
Well, I've heard life is like a box of chocolates. Well, to me, it's like a scratch-off ticket. Are you in?
I'm in. Oh, come on, big money. Big money. Oh, man. Why a scratch-off ticket, homie? You do have a problem.
We all want to get rich quick. Most attempts fail miserably. But the idea, that's what keeps you coming back for more.
Speak for yourself, homie. Big money. Big money. Oh, man. All right, back to work. We here at Heinzler Brothers aren't the luckiest group of guys, but that's good for you, because when you need welding, we're the company to call. 886-7775.
Well, the field goal by Myers, 30 yards, makes it 6-3. As we'll have the kickoff coming up here. Next week, we're on the road. We'll be in Springfield. Evangel University, and Joe, that should be a heck of a ball game. Vikings have kind of had their way with the Evangel last few years, but I think it's going to be one tough ball game we get down there next week.
Yeah, it will be. These last three games, Evangel, then Baker here in 2 weeks, then 3 weeks from today, and I think the 14th of November we head out to Mid-America. So that'll be some tough games all the way around those last three.
Baker was leading Mid-America Nazarene 38-17 early fourth quarter. That's the TV game this week. Grandview over Peru State 20-3 at the half. CMU and Evangel no score first quarter. Benedictine over Graceland 12-0 late second quarter. Those are the scores that we have right now.
That Baker score is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Ranked fourth in the country. Here's the kick by Meyer, left-footed high kick, and it's going to be taken by Turk at the 20. Running start, 25 across the 30, outside the right hash mark to the 32, and that's where the Vikings start their offensive series. I also mentioned it was Hall of Fame Day today, and we'll talk more at halftime to these gentlemen. Honored posthumously Leonard Milton Carr, class of 47, Melvin Rogers, class of 61, Gary Soule from 77, Darrell Todd, class of 80, Carl Fernstemacher, class of 95, and DeAndre Campbell, class of 97, who's a high school football coach, Joe. And he, as he left the podium today, he says, one day I want to come back as the Viking football coach. So,
did he?
Yeah,
okay, I remember him as a player. He was a good one. Yeah.
Yep. So it is first down for the Vikes at the 32-yard line. I do see Bruce Reyes down on the sideline.
Yeah, I saw Bruce earlier, and he looks pretty good.
Yep. Flag is down, and let's see, it's going to be a false start on the Vikings. So second penalty on Valley. They'll go first and 15. 6-3. Vikings with the lead. They've missed an extra point, and the Eagles have a field goal.
And I think Jeremy Fry back at that quarterback position. Is that Martin Washington at the running back?
Looks like Washington's in there, number 22.
I think, not sure.
No, it's Hawkins.
Is that Elliott? Yeah, okay. I can't see the other number.
It's Elliott. Washington's played quite a bit this afternoon, but Elliott's back there with the young freshman, Jeremy Fry, and they give it off to Elliott Hawkins. Hawkins breaks the tackle. Spin move to the 40, up the right sideline. Stays on his feet to midfield. He's to the Avila 40, to the 30, and finally pulled down at the 15. I thought he was going to go out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, and he somehow stayed in bounds and just took off up the sideline. There is an injured player for the Eagles, I believe, down at the 45-yard line on the Viking side of the field. But what a run by Elliott Hawkins.
Yeah, Antoine Campbell, the freshman, finally brought him down. Jacob Rhodes, senior defensive back, had a shot in the backfield, but Elliott got all the way from that and spun down that sideline. Like you said, Ken, was not going to be denied. He tight-roped that sideline all the way down and takes it all the way inside of the 20. Down to about the 15-yard line.
Boy, he has really run with authority here the last
I think
few ball games.
That's Lopez, maybe the injured player. He's a key player on this defense.
Yep, 36 tackles, an interception, a couple of sacks for Jacob Lopez out of San Antonio, and he is the player right down on the Viking sideline. They're working on that left leg, and he's up. Casey Simmons helping as well from the Viking trading staff. Matt was down there as well, and He's walking off the field on his own power, and that's good to see.
Yeah, Lopez, pretty active linebacker. He's all over that field. He's made quite a few tackles already, but the Vikings need to cash in. They only lead by a field goal, 6-3, with 14:37 to go in the first half. So let's see if we can punch this one in and maybe go for two.
The Vikings on the season, 503 yards of offense a game, Joe. That's first in the conference. And 235 rushing, 268 passing. So there's no secret they can move the ball on anybody. It's been the turnovers and really stalls in the red zone.
I think the only game the Vikes have been outgained this year was against Grandview.
Yep.
William Penn, we lost that game, but outgained them. We lost to Peru State, but outgained them by almost 2-1, I think. And you're right, mistakes have been the difference. And if this team can cut down on those, they can still be a very dangerous team.
All right, the Vikes have it. Fry stays in at quarterback, right hash mark, ball right at the 15-yard line of the Avila Eagles. Fry waits the snap, gets it, back pedals, looks to throw it. He's hit, fumbles the ball, and it's going to be taken by Avila. He was hit as he was looking to his left, and here comes the turnover bug again. Fry fumbles, and Coach Troth and I had a long talk about that last night. We were talking about turnovers, and boy, here you go again. I do not know if he even saw that hit coming.
I think that was Ty Larson, sophomore linebacker, that made the hit, and the fumble was recovered by freshman Josh West. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So the Eagles dodge a big bullet right here. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line, trailing by only a field goal, 6-3, with 14:23 to go in the half.
Good crowd across the way on the patio at the Malcolm Center. First down, here's the pass. It was tipped, caught anyway, and short gain across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. The ball was tipped, but it was caught for a very short gain, and Rideau made the catch, about a 4-yard gain for Jeremiah Rideau. He's a young man out of Los Angeles.
New name for the Vikings, Terenzo Vereen made that stop. We have not mentioned his name much. He's a freshman out of Myrtle Beach, but he made the stop. Marky Beltram also in to help out for the Vikings on that play.
2nd down and 6, a gain of 4 on the catch by Rideau. Vikings show some blitz, and they're going to hand the ball off. Not much there. In fact, there's a flag now thrown in the mix as Alan Jackson was hit back at the 26, but let's see. It's either a hold or a face mask. You can take your pick, and we'll see which way the personal foul. It's the face mask, and I kind of thought that might be it.
The body language of the Vikings was not too good after that play, so you kind of figured it was going to come up against them. You know, Avila's tried that somewhat version of a Statue of Liberty play a couple of times, and it's worked out pretty well for them.
Well, after the penalty, it takes this all the way out across the 40. And again, the Vikings just, by memory now, that is 30 yards in penalties already. And they fumble. 13:50 to go in the first half. Avila trailing only by 3 with the ball. Empty backfield for Radbaugh. Now they all look over the sideline to Coach Justin Berna. Vikings in that 3-4 defense that they love to play. Radbaugh in trouble. Now he is going to roll. He throws to the sideline. Catch is made by Rideau.
I think they said the ball, if you step out of bounds, maybe
either that or the knee was down.
Yeah.
But it's a gain of about 5 as the Vikings could not contain Radbaugh in the pocket. It'll be 2nd and 5. Avila at their own 47.
Radbaugh likes to scramble, and he does a pretty good job of getting to the outside. You've got to keep him in between the tackles if you possibly can, but he got outside that time and found the open receiver. Not a big gain, but about a 5-yard gain on 1st down.
Culligan Water and Conditioning Sedalia, Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service Marshall, ConAgra of Marshall, Lacrosse Lumber, and Stone Edge Golf Club in Marshall. All with us on the broadcast. 2nd down and 5. The ball at the 47-yard line. Avila's own 47, trying to take advantage of a Viking fumble here. Radbaugh hands it off to Jackson, wrapped up almost immediately as he comes to the left side of the formation. Picks up a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, pretty good D by the Vikings that time. Marky Beltram was there. Moyed Maxwell also there. So 3rd down and about 4 for Avila. Ball just shy of midfield. They trailed 6-3 here with about 12:25 to go in the first half.
All right, Vikings need a big play here on third down. Radball has 4 wide receivers lined up to the right side, 1 to the left. Now he'll send a man in motion. He wants to keep the ball. Pump fake, throws, and it goes right through the hands of his intended receiver, J.J. Russell, who would have had a first down at the Viking 45-yard line, but that one went right through his arm.
Well, he had Dario Marquez saying, drop it, drop it, drop it. Dario right on his footsteps, right in his back. So Vikes, good defensive stop there. So I think the Eagles will kick it away this time, but last time they had the ball in their own territory, they tried a fake kick.
Rideau is back there to punt it against Jeremiah Rideau out of Los Angeles. 37 yards of punt, was back there the last time. As you said, Joe, they faked it, did not get the first down. Well, they moved 3 wide receivers off to the right side. Rideau, he's going to punt this one. Not a bad punt, kicks it away from the returner, and it'll go out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Turk was over there taking a look, but stayed away from it. So the Viking defense holds at 6-3. Vikes on top, and now the offense will take over. Looks like at about the 20-yard line.
You know, Ken, it sounds like that the quarterback's the punter, but the quarterback is Radball and the punter is Rideau. So easy to get those guys mixed up. You might think, well, they got the quarterback punting, but that's not the case.
One number 9, one number 11.
Yep.
Vikes ball at the 15-yard line. Let's see who comes in at the quarterback spot here. Well, it looks like the Vikes.
You're going to try they're sending Fry back out, yeah. And it looks like Nigel Daw is going to be the running back.
I don't know if Coach just making a change here, or if something happened to Middleton. I don't see him down there on the sideline, but
he's there. He's got his helmet off, standing up. Yeah,
I see him. So he looks like he's okay. They're just giving the freshman Jeremy Fry some opportunities here. And on first down, they hand it off to Hawkins. Hawkins turns the corner to
Nigel Daw. I think that's
Nigel, and he gets to the 20-yard line, picks up about 5. So Coach is going to a lot of different players early in this game.
Antoine Campbell wrestles him down on the far sideline, but a pretty good game by Daw on first down. Let's call that a gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Vikings.
Nigel, a senior out of Beaumont, Texas, 177 yards rushing and 1 touchdown coming into this ball game. 3 wide receivers off to the right side, including Jacoby Bellard, who's in for the first time. 2nd down, and we'll call it 4 from the 21-yard line. Fry waits, takes the snap, hands it off. Daw, misdirection, makes 1 Eagle miss, and now as he works his way up the left hash mark, picks up a first down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, nice change of direction that time by Nigel Daw. He planted his foot and then cut back, and Yvonne Imakua makes the stop for Avila, but it's enough for a first down on 2 Nigel Daw runs for the Vikings.
Imakua, one of the safeties, Corey Yarborough, the other one. Antoine Campbell and Malcolm Cisse are the cornerbacks for this Eagle defense. 1st and 10, Vikings 33-yard line. And they'll keep it on the ground again to Daw. Daw fights through 1 tackle and wraps up the football and gets out to the 36. That is a gain of 8 with 10:45 to go here in the first half. Vikings leading 6-3.
Yeah, Lopez back in the lineup for Avila. He was in on the stop that time. Also, one of the defensive linemen was in there, made the hit, but that's going to be a gain of about 8 for Daw.
Marshall Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Marshall, Sturhan Jewelers, and Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Justin Schuster, Marshall, John Harrison, Higginsville with us on the broadcast. 2nd down at about 2. And they hand it off to Daw. This time he's smothered in the backfield, back at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that was Tyler Wisenhunt, a senior out of Knob Noster. Wisenhunt there to stand Daw up in the hole, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3 on the play. So 3rd and 5 to go for the Vikings, 9:53 to go in the half. Valley clinging to a 6-3 lead.
And this defense gives up about 450 yards a game. Does this Avila defense? They're playing pretty well right now. 3rd down and 5. Fry back to throw. Blitz is coming from the corner. They throw it down the sideline. It's incomplete. The corner blitz was coming from Arando Imiqua, and Fry had to get rid of it, so punting situation coming up. And for the first time today, Desi Villanueva, Joey leads the nation in punting, 47.1 yards per punt. That's first, obviously, in the conference and first in the nation.
Well, that last pass intended for Dylan McDaniel, the senior wide receiver, Antoine Camel in good coverage for Avila. So, again, Vikes will, as you said, will bang it away. Let's see if Avila can get a good kick this time.
Rideau and Johnson back deep. As Villanueva. Now the Vikings spread everybody out. What this is all about, just let's see. They're going to punt it anyway. That's almost blocked. They run into the punter. They're going to say
didn't call
no penalty. Ball is inside the 5, picked up by Johnson. He gets away from 1. Now the Vikings have him at the 2-yard line.
That should have been at least running into the kicker, because I think Villanueva is shaking up a little bit back there. He trots off the field.
How in the world was that not a penalty? As they pointed that he was blocked into him, and I didn't see anybody block him in.
So.
But what a punt by Villanueva. That thing ends up being picked up by Johnson, and then he is wrapped up inside the 5-yard line, back at about the 3.
Great coverage. Mark Plummer out of Marshall, the first guy to get to him back inside of the 5. Then he spun away, but a couple of his teammates knocked him down around the 3. So Avila sets up very poor field position, so that could have been bad. That was almost a block. It should have been a running into the kicker, but Villanueva gets away a good kick.
Strange formation. The Vikings had 3 to the right, 3 left, and then only had 2 around the center position. It was interesting. It almost was blocked. First down, let's see if the Vikings can hold down here as they give it off to Alan Jackson, and Jackson gets across the 5 to about the 7. It'll be second down. 6-3 is our score. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Valley on top.
And, Ken, we need to publicly thank Darlene Arnett.
Yep.
She gives us a sack. You and I and Chaz, all a sack of chocolate chip cookies every Saturday afternoon. And it saved me a couple of times.
Saved us last week when we had the doubleheader soccer, which we'll do again tonight, by the way. Baker will be here. And, boy, those will be 2 huge soccer matches tonight as well. They'll be on the live stream. Second down. They hand it off. Jackson hit hard, hit again as he gets across the 10 out to about the 12, maybe the 11. It'll be third down and a yard and a half coming up for the Eagles.
Big third down play. If the Vikings can get a stop right here, they will get the ball with good field position, as we're a little under 8.5 minutes left to play in the half.
6-3 is our score. Vikings unable to move the ball really that much against, with the exception of that very impressive first drive that was covered 86 yards. Third down and 1. And quarterback rolls. He's going to keep it. He's got plenty for the first down and slide to the 15. Radball knew what he had to do, looked downfield, and he said, I'll just pick up a first down. Ran to the 15 and hit the turf. So it's first and 10 for the Eagles at their own 15-yard line.
There was Dedrick Allen to bring him down, but like you said, Redball did a good job of scrambling once again, got to the outside, had some running room off that left side. He picks up the first down. Now they have a little bit of field position. They were inside the 5 to start out, but now they're out to the 15.
4 wide receivers, 3 right, 1 left. They're going to keep the ball on the ground anyway, and nothing there for Jackson. He's buried at the line of scrimmage. They'll say forward progress was stopped at the line of scrimmage as he tried to run to the outside. There were 3 Vikings there.
Well, Nunn was out there, Cedric O'Hara was out there, and also I think Antoine Palmer. So pretty good pursuit to the outside that time as they pinned Jackson, a gain of only 1 on the play.
Second down coming up for the Eagles, who trail 6-3. Radbaugh takes a look over at the sideline. The ball's at the left hash mark. Now he's going to go under center, or he started to. Now backs up into the shotgun with 7 on the play clock. Waits for the snap of the 10-yard line. Takes it. Play action. Wants to throw. It's caught at the 20, at the 21-yard line. Short gain. It'll be third down as that pass was completed to J.J. Russell.
And John battled there on coverage for the Vikings. So this will be third down. Looks like third and about 3 as that ball resting right across the 20 at about the 22-yard line. So let's see if the defense can get a stop here.
Third down. Ball just inside the right hash mark for the Eagles. Vikings would like to get that ball back. They only lead 6-3. A heavy favorite in this ball game. Scored on their first drive, and that's been it. Third down. Here's the throw over the middle. It's caught for a first down. As just a very quick toss to the tight end, Luke Oldham, Young man out of Rogers, Arkansas, picks up a first down at the 32-yard line. Suter will check in for the Vikings in that linebacking core, but here come the Eagles marching downfield.
Antoine Palmer, the stop of the Vikings, but again, that's the second first down in this drive that started all the way back on the 3-yard line. They're out now to about the 32.
Send a man in motion to the Eagles. Pocket holes, they swing it out of the backfield to Pugh, and he can't hang on. Coming up on the coverage was Cedric O'Hara, but he would have had a decent gain. But as it was, it went off his knee pads, if they still wear knee pads, and went to the turf. It'd be second down and 10.
If I played football, I'd wear knee pads, elbow pads, thigh pads, tape. I'd put tape over every inch of my body.
Those receivers, most of them don't wear those thigh pads or knee pads anymore.
No, well, they used to.
Oh yeah.
Those thigh pads used to be cumbersome.
Kind of a plastic coat and a rubber knee pad. Second down, and the handoff. Jackson, big hole. He's to the 41-yard line, running to the left side, close to yet another first down. They're going to mark it at the 41. He'll be shy of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1. Good drive.
Cedric O'Hara made the stop, but a good run, and Jackson very quietly piling up quite a few yards here in the first half.
6-3 Vikings, but here come the Eagles late in the first half now. 3rd down and 1. Radball hands it off to Jackson. He didn't get there. It'll be 4th and 1. He got back to the line of scrimmage. There's that, again, almost a Statue of Liberty where the quarterback fakes like he's going to throw, puts his hand way above his head, then hands it off with the left hand.
That's the 3rd time they run that. Cedric O'Hara submarined him that time, got right down around the ankles and brought Jackson down. Now it looks like Avila not going to risk it. They're going to send a punting unit in, but bear in mind they faked it once already, so I guess anything could go right here.
Cam Weirson, the special teams coach, and I were talking yesterday, and he said, we've got to get this punt return going. We've got some speedsters out there. We've got to figure out a way to get them downfield, so maybe this will be the punt. We do have a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 4:51, all that remains in the first half. Vikings up 6-3. It's homecoming here at Greg Mitchell on the Viking Sports Network.
If you wait, it could be too late. Yes, the 2015 Chevy, Buick, and GMC model year is coming to an end. And so is your chance to get used savings with customer cash, bonus cash, down payment assistance, Costco customer savings, and a big John Rector discount on remaining 2015s. Don't wait. Come see Eddie, Karen, or Rick and let them add up the savings on the Chevy, Buick, or GMC of your choice. It's time to find new roads and big savings at John Rector Motors in Marshall before the 2015s are gone.
We'll try to get the king and queen at the half as well. Of course, this is homecoming. They had the Ed Leslie run last night. They had the bonfire last night. A lot of the Islander Club performed. It was a nice evening on campus. 4th and about a yard. They're going to punt it away. A high, short punt that takes a Viking bounce. And that thing is going to be marked at the Valley 41-yard line, so that is only about an 18-yard net punt. I guarantee if Coach Berna knew that was going to happen, he'd have gone for it.
He'd have faked it again. You know, you talk about that Ed Leslie run. That's been a real homecoming tradition in Missouri Valley for quite a few years, but I guess they've changed that format of that run around a little bit, haven't they?
Well, what they've done now is they started here at Greg Mitchell, and all the anybody can participate, 3.2 miles, and then they have a 1 mile fun walk. But all the athletic teams have 2 or 3 of their members run, and all the athletes are on this field, and they're cheering everybody on. It was a fun event last night.
Well, they used to go to the location of the visiting team and carry the torch all the way from there back to Marshall.
Yeah. Here's first down handoff. Hawkins squeezes through a hole across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. And it'll be second down and about 5. Boy, the Vikings, Joe, would like to get another score here at the half, only leading 6-3.
Crawling up off the bottom of that pile was Nick Mason, junior defensive lineman for Avila. That's a pretty good gain by Hawk on first down. Gain of 5. 4:16 to go in the half. 6-3 Vikings.
Vikings rolled right down the field, an 86-yard drive. Touchdown pass to Dorian Stannard on the first drive, and since then, they've moved the ball, but once again, a fumble and being stopped in the red zone. Hand off Hawkins, hit in the backfield, and down he goes. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. Not much happening offensively for this Viking team today.
And this is about the 3rd series that Jeremy Fry has been the quarterback for the Vikings. Middleton threw that touchdown pass. Travis Middleton hooked up with Stannard on that first touchdown pass, and I'm not sure if he's banged up or what. I saw him along the sideline a few minutes ago, but
don't see him down there now. I see him over here talking to the trainer.
Okay, I'm not sure if he's boogered up or what.
So 3rd down at about 7. Fry rolls to his right, throws on the run, completes it to Franklin. Delvon turns upfield, has the first down on the Viking sideline as he gets across midfield into Avila territory, and they'll mark him down at the 40. His 2nd catch of the afternoon.
You know, Delvon reminds me, remember Jerome Bettis of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the way he runs, great big guy, and they list Delvon. He's 6 foot, 267 pounds out of Troy, and he's got good speed for a big guy.
First down at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. Vikings hanging on to a 6-3 lead. Fry, the quarterback. Ball right at the 40-yard line. They hand it off to Hawkins. Hit in the backfield. Breaks that first tackle. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 5 more. He was hit by Imikwa, and he just bounced off of him and takes it to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6.
Yeah, that stop that time was made by Tyler Wisenhunt. But good run by Hawkins as Hawk spun out of about 2 different tackles, picked up about 5-6 yards on the play. So great 2nd and 3rd effort by the running back, the senior running back, Elliott Hawkins.
2nd down and 6. This first half has moved right along. Both teams keeping the ball on the ground for the most part. 2nd and 6. They hand it off to Hawkins again. Big hole. Hawkins breaks the tackle and stumbles forward down to the 22-yard line. Oh, if he could have regained his balance, he might have been able to get into the end zone. But as it is, a big gain to the 22-yard line.
That was Jacob Rhodes, the senior defensive back out of Seneca, Missouri. Just barely had him around the ankles. Hawk went another 5 yards after he was hit, but Rhodes credited for the tackles. The Vikes knocking on the door inside of the 25-yard line.
Trying to get into that red zone again. Good crowd on hand, as you might expect. A cloudy afternoon, but pleasant temperatures here at homecoming. First down from the 22-yard line. Jeremy Fry waits the snap, gets it again. It's Hawkins. Hawkins to the 15. Runs over a defensive back all the way down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and short.
And one of those it looks like the defensive back that made the stop. I think that was number 7. I think that was Imikawa. Yeah, he's a little slow getting up, but I tell you, Elliott drug him about 5 or 6 yards after Imikawa made contact there. I thought the rodeo was 2 weeks ago.
Boy, is he running hard. Wow. And he's going to have to check out for a play. Vikings have it deep in Avila territory again. Just a minute 24 remaining. The ball is at the 13. Right hash mark. 2nd down and 1 for Fry and the Vikings.
Need 6 more by halftime.
Franklin stays in. They give it off. Here is Hawkins, and Elliott got the first down at the 8-yard line. Good low tackle there was made by Cisse, Malcolm Cisse, the defensive back. But it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, and Hawkins really running well right now, bouncing off a tackle, spinning, and Elliott, he's going to have another good. He's going to have a lot of yardage here in this first half.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Hawkins works out of the pistol. He's behind Jeremy Fry. They give it to him. Hawkins to the 5. Hawkins dragging tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown. What a drive and what a performance by Elliott Hawkins on that drive. He was not going to be denied in that 8-yard run.
Elliott Hawkins and about 6 Eagles scored on that play. They all 7 of them went into the end zone.
Oh, my, is he strong. And that is a touchdown, and a much-needed touchdown for Valley here at the end of the first half. They lead 12-3 now. 52 seconds to go. And you thought the Vikes might go for 2, but they need to work on these extra points. So McDaniel will hold. Zavon Moore is the snapper. High snap. Ball is down. Kick by Villanueva's up, and it is no good.
Oh, no.
And the kicking woes continue for the Vikings. 2 missed extra points. today. So the field goal and attempts and the extra point attempts really have been a problem for the Vikings this year. But they do get the touchdown. It's 12-3. Valley with a lead. 52 seconds to go in the half. We're back in a minute. Viking Sports Network.
For years, you've trusted MFA for all your livestock needs, and they've always come through for you. Now MFA offers the Gold Star team of livestock minerals, specially designed for balanced nutrition, better reproductive health, overall herd health, and production. You want to maximize health, production, and profits in your herd. Now feel secure knowing that MFA's complete line of Gold Star minerals will set a new standard of excellence and performance in your herd. When it comes to your herd, get what you need. Get MFA Gold Star minerals from Central Missouri Agri-Service, where our success is measured by your success.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for home sweet home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20. Red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the bootio. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
I'm Justin Schuster, your Missouri Farm Bureau agent. And if you're in Saline County...
It's been a fast half.
Only 52 seconds remaining in the first half. 12-3, Valley with the lead. Nice run by Hawkins. Nice drive by Elliott Hawkins. Vikings, I don't think it even attempted a pass on that drive.
Well, he hit Delvon Franklin, I think, down the right. So was that this drive or last drive?
That was a big play.
Yeah.
His kick goes into the end zone, and Rideau says, nope, I'm hanging right here. So he goes to a knee, and the Eagles will have it at the 25-yard line with only 52 seconds remaining. 12-3, Vikings on top. Again, reminding you at halftime, we're going to visit with the outstanding alums. I had a chance to visit with all 4 of them last night at the reception and banquet, so we'll have that visit. Joe will have some scores. We're going to try to get the homecoming king and queen with us. We have all kinds of things to do at the half, plus some high school scores, so try to get it all to you at the half.
Well, that Baker Mid-Am game ought to be over by now. Baker had a commanding lead early in the fourth quarter, so we're going to assume they won that game.
And, boy, they'll be here in 2 weeks. Vikings have to take care of business, though, yet this afternoon before they worry about anything else. Radball on first down. They want to keep the ball on the ground. They may just try to get to the half. Vikings, let's see if they want to use timeouts or not.
I don't think they will. If Avila doesn't stop it, I don't believe the Vikings will.
No. Clock is running. 38 seconds. Coach Stroth may be thinking now. It depends on what they do on the second down play here. Radball back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it deep. He's got a man there. Makes the catch. That's Robert Johnson. Johnson to the 30. Up the left sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 22. Wow.
That changes the complexion of the game. Nate Desimone finally bumps him out of bounds, but a nice throw by Radball. Nice catch by Johnson. And Eagles back in business again, but only 21 seconds left in the half.
Well, they are down there where they can throw a couple balls into the end zone. Jordan Radball. Nice throw there. First down, 21. Play action. Radball hit by Kilgore. Fumbles the ball. It's going to be ruled down. Oh, man, what a big break there.
Woo.
I don't know about that. Radball may be hurt, but Kyraton Kilgore wrapped him up. That ball came out awfully early, and the Vikings were looking for a scoop and score, and the whistle blew.
That's one you wish you had the replay on.
Well, I think it was down. It does look at our replay that he may have been down.
Radball's banged up. He's lying on his back at about the 30-yard line.
I think he was down, so
he
is down.
Good call.
Yeah.
Okay.
His knee was down before the ball came out, but boy, did he get thrown down rather rudely by Mr. Kyraton Kilgore.
Well, if I had to pick all the guys on the field that I wanted to throw me down, Kyraton Kilgore would not be my first pick. He weighs 288 pounds, and he's a monster out there.
Yeah, the knee was down. It looked like the left knee was down as he was spun around. But he is down, and let's hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback.
Kelvin Jacobson is the backup. Jacobson's actually thrown more passes out of Blue Springs, 116 out of 197, 8 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. So
look like the left leg, either the knee or the ankle. He has that leg off the ground right now. His 2 coaches helping him off the field. So it looks like we'll see another quarterback for the Eagles.
Well, that's down to 13 seconds now. So maybe 1 or 2 more plays and possibly get Andy Myers in there to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, big defensive play by Kilgore that time. He came right up the middle and got to Radball. Hope the young man's okay. He's a good sophomore quarterback, but The Vikes needed that defensive play.
Ball is all the way back now at the 28-yard line. So that was a big loss of 8 yards. And I think the Eagles are going to take a timeout. They are. We'll step aside as well. 13 seconds to go and a half. 12-3. Vikings with a lead over the Avila Eagles. We're back in a minute. Viking Sports Network.
Living well is important to our health. If you have a medical problem, go to Live Well Community Health Centers in Concordia and Waverly. Whether it's diabetes, wellness, mental health, or even dental care, Live Well Community Health Centers in Concordia and Waverly are there for you. If you currently have no insurance, ask about their sliding scale fee. The Live Well Community Health Centers are part of HCC of Rural Missouri. For more information, go to www.livewellcenters.org. Call the Concordia office at 463-0234 or the Waverly office at 493-2262.
See for yourself why so many people are excited about Tyler Civic Center in Marshall. It's 2,200 square feet of sheer elegance, perfect to rent for your special events. You can bring your own decor, food, and beverage, or you can have them cater and serve your event. Located at 111 East Arrow in Marshall, next to Chic Salon, you won't be disappointed. Rehearsal dinner, reunions, business meetings, receptions, and more. Check out the Tyler Civic Center in Marshall. Call 202-3844 to find out more.
Second down and long with 13 seconds to go, and I believe that's Calvin Jacobson in there at quarterback now. And Calvin wants to throw on first down. He throws. It is caught inside the 5-yard line. Kobe Lowe with the tackle, but coming off the bench cold and rifling a strike to Lasana Cisse. And it's first and goal with 7 seconds to go for the Eagles. What a throw coming off the bench from Calvin Jacobson.
You know, Ken, I'm looking down in the stands. Greg Johnson, one of the defensive backs for the Vikings. I see a young lady down in the stands with his number on it, 26. It says Greg's girl.
There you go. A lot of jerseys out there. Wow, how about this drive by Avila? And how about the pass of Calvin Jacobson coming off the bench, rifling that one. Lowe made the catch, but it's now chance for the Eagles to get into the end zone here with 7 seconds remaining in the half.
And Kobe Lowe really in pretty good coverage that time. He just made the quarterback Jacobson just made a nice throw that time as he stuck that one right in there. So, boy, that'd be tough to give up a touchdown right for half. So the Vikes, you got to feel Avila maybe has one more play, and then they're going to have to decide either go for it or kick the three-pointer.
And I doubt if they're going to try to run the football because they don't have that much time. So
well, if they even get a field goal, it's a one-possession game.
So after the second timeout taken by the Avila Eagles, Justin Berna, let's see if they can't cut into this 12-3 lead. Vikings again have missed 2 extra points.
Need a sack right now.
Jacobson 1 for 1 coming off the bench, and what a big one that was. Out of the shotgun, he has Jackson lined up to his right, wants to throw. Into the corner, it is caught for a touchdown! Cisse with a catch in the corner, and what a drive by the Avila Eagles, and they've stunned this Viking defense and this Viking team. What a catch.
That was a beautiful pass that time. That ball was right on the money, and I mean Jacobson, he's a junior out of Blue Springs, Missouri, stands 6'2", 205, and he's thrown 2 passes right on the money, one of them for 6 points, and we're down to 2 seconds in the half. It's going to be a 12-10 game here in just a minute.
Unbelievable. Here's Andy Myers. Ball down, kick is on the way. It's up and it's good. And we were thinking about the Eagles just running out the clock. Forget that. They go down and score on this Viking defense. It's 12-10. A big upset. You never know, but the Eagles are right in this football game. We're back in a minute.
Now's the time to book your holiday party at Stonehenge Golf Club in Marshall. Whether it's a family gathering, social group event, or a company party, Stonehenge Golf Club offers a comfortable, quality facility to make your event a success. Choose from a sit-down or buffet-style meal or an hors d'oeuvre buffet, along with a cash, ticketed, or open bar, all set to your tastes and desires. Call George at Stonehenge Golf Club in Marshall to book your holiday party now. 886-4653. That's 886-4653.
Are you a good gift giver or a not-so-good gift giver? This is Stacy at Sturhan Jewelers. If your gift-giving skills need a little boost, shop our top 10 gift ideas for fall. We've handpicked the best jewelry gifts that are guaranteed to make her eyes sparkle, starting at just $99. From shimmering diamonds that move with every breath she takes to stackable diamond rings. Check out our top 10 gift ideas now at jewelryandmarshall.com. Then take your gift-giving skills to the next level at Sturhan Jewelers on the east side of the Marshall Square.
Wow, what a drive by the Avila Eagles, and they get the touchdown pass. You have a quarterback that's hurt, as a Radball had to come out, and how about the job? Calvin Jacobson, 2 for 2 and a touchdown.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Avila will get the kickoff to start the second half, too.
Well, here is Dorian Stenard. Stenard trying to get to the outside, gets a great block. He's to midfield, and dumped there, and that's going to end the half as Dorian Stenard Turk gets to midfield. But what a drive by the Avila Eagles. They'll get the ball to start the second half. And, folks, they want an upset here. It's 12-10. Vikings with a lead, but it is anybody's ball game as we head to the locker room. We'll be back and start a homecoming halftime show in 1 minute.
Hello, this is Dr. Barbara Burns with AccuQuest Hearing Centers, encouraging you to schedule a free, no-obligation hearing evaluation today. Too often I see people putting off hearing evaluations for a variety of reasons. Maybe it's because you have a set of hearing aids sitting in a drawer that didn't work for you. Maybe you think hearing aids are too expensive. Maybe it's because you think people will think less of you. Whatever the reason, let AccuQuest help. We don't just sell hearing aids, we sell satisfaction, like a 30-day trial period, up to 3 years full-service warranty including loss and damage, free in-office repairs, cleanings, and adjustments for the life of the hearing aids, and a free annual diagnostic evaluation. We also offer no interest payment plans, and our hearing aids can be so small they virtually go unnoticed. There simply is no good reason not to let AccuQuest help. You'll recover the life you're missing along with your hearing. Call AccuQuest Hearing Centers in Marshall and Sedalia at 831-5048 or 826-0180.
George Robinson is the founder and president of the Robinson Group, a Minneapolis-based consulting and training company, and one of our outstanding alumni. George, I happened to visit with you last year when you were here. You gave the commencement address, and a short time later, you're back on campus as an outstanding alum. Congratulations on the honor, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled and I'm honored to be back at my alma mater after so many years. It's just been an amazing year for me. A doctorate, giving the commencement speech, and now, outstanding alumni. I am just, I'm overwhelmed, but I'm blessed.
1971 graduate. Can you remember those days and what this campus was like that many years ago?
Yes, I remember it. I remember it very well. One of the buildings that's not here anymore that I was very close to was the chapel. I spent a lot of time in the chapel, and I felt so good because I was coming from the East Coast, and I was a Presbyterian, and I was coming to a Presbyterian-affiliated school. And so I loved the chapel. It was a place for me where I could meditate. And I remember the first time stepping into Young Hall, which has been, some work has been done on it, and it's been brought back. And so I love Young Hall. I got here, and the cafeteria was closed, and the coach that picked me up at the junction took me to his house, fed me a steak dinner, and brought me over to Young Hall.
You brought your daughter here last year for the commencement. She's back with you again, and I know you've talked to me about this before. You're excited to be back with your fellow alumni and now on the board of directors here.
It is a real pleasure to try to kind of pay it forward for the students that are coming through Valley. And to me, it's such wonderful looking at the grounds. The board of trustees and Dr. Humphrey have done just a tremendous job, not only in the grounds, but the diversity of the campus is just amazing. I think we represent over 50 states and 40 different countries, something of that nature, and it just is a pleasure. And what I want to do as a board member is to try to help in a development area and just make it a better place for people.
Well, thanks for a couple of minutes, sir, and have a great weekend, and thanks for taking some time.
Thank you so much.
Another of our outstanding alums is Frank Massaro. Frank is from New York, and while he was at Valley, the Outstanding Wrestler Award. And Frank, back to the East Coast. You are an immigration attorney there, and welcome back to Valley. It's been a while, I'm sure, since you've been here.
Well, thank you. Back here last time was in '79.
Wow. And you graduated in what year?
In 76.
In 1976. Outstanding wrestler. Tell me a little bit about the program back then when you were here.
Well, actually, it was the last year of the program, which was a big surprise for us at Valley. So I was the last outstanding wrestler for a while, and I'm not exactly sure when it started up again, but I know they have a great team now.
Yeah, and I think picked 4th or 5th in the preseason, so Mike Mockles has to go. And tell me a little bit about your practice back in New York. You're in Manhattan?
That's correct. 39 Broadway. It's an immigration practice, and I'm up counsel to some bigger firms, Jacoby & Myers, Finkelstein & Partners, and I have my own private immigration practice.
You graduated from here with a degree in psychology. Did you always want to go into law?
Well, actually, I didn't know I'd be able to do it, so I took the LSAT exam, and I did fine, and that's when I knew that I'd be able to be a lawyer.
You're back here. If you had a chance to view the campus, it's probably changed a little bit since you were here.
Well, the campus is unbelievable. It's really expanded, and I love what's been done here.
When you got the call that they wanted you to come back as an outstanding alum, that probably brought back a lot of memories. What are a couple of things, Frank, you remember about being at Valley?
Well, Valley's an amazing place. You really feel like a special person here, special attention, and you really can feel that you're somebody here at Valley. And when you leave, you really have the chance to do some good things.
I'm sure there's some people here tonight and tomorrow that you'll see that you haven't seen for a while, so go enjoy yourself, sir, and thanks for the time.
Well, thank you very much.
Ronnie Porter, 1964 alum, of course, from Marshall, one of the outstanding alum. And Ronnie, congratulations. You've done a lot for this college, you and your wife. And now you're being honored as the outstanding alum. I guess you never get tired of getting receiving recognition here, do you?
Well, no, you don't get tired of it, but sometimes you wonder whether you really deserve it. There's lots of deserving alumni out there, and when I think about all the people that would deserve this award, I'm very humbled. But anyway, I appreciate it. I'm deeply honored, and it's good to be here.
I guess I did not realize that you played for Coach Hugh Dunn at Macon. I've known Hugh for a long time, broadcast a lot of Macon football over the years, and he was quite a guy, wasn't he?
Well, he was, and he was coached by Volney Ashford, my coach here, and probably most of the reason of why I came here to Valley. But, he's one of those people that you're privileged to know as you're growing up, and
you and your wife, you were married when you came here, am I right?
That's correct. Yep, we were married all 4 years, and we've been married for 55 years, so pretty good.
Viking Athletic Goods. Everyone in the area knows about Viking Athletic Goods. You and your son George own that now, and that's a big part of Valley and a big part of Marshall, isn't it?
Well, we think so, and it's a service that we enjoy providing for the community and surrounding schools, and we even get out of state once in a while, and it's grown to where it's supported our families for all the 43 years now. So, we're very proud of that. And my son has done a great job of taking over, and we hope it'll continue.
I see you on this campus a lot. You're here a lot, involved in a lot. This campus has changed. It's for the better, hasn't it?
Oh, immensely. Since Monty Humphreys has been here, why, there's just been such a great outlook of what this college can be, and she's turned it into a lot of really good things. And I think the alumni are starting to appreciate that and recognize the efforts that she has made and the board. And so there's a lot of pride.
Well, you and your wife are a big part of this, sir, and thanks for the time. And it's an honor to know you, and continued success, sir.
Well, Ken, we appreciate that, and we certainly enjoy your professionalism, and we think you bring a lot to this whole scene.
Thank you. Mark Sampson was the outstanding young alumnus, and Mark came from Wellsville, Kansas. A graduate, 2000 and 2007?
Missouri Valley, yes. 2007, political science and business administration. Had a bunch of great professors, faculty all the way through. Had the pleasure of meeting President Humphrey when she was new on campus. And then it's remarkable to be here on campus now that the Student Center is up and running, because that was a brand new thing. Will's first getting in process rolling on that when I was here as a student.
What brought you to Valley?
Actually, I was one of the few, at least at the time, who didn't come here for sports right out the gate. I came here with a connection on an academic scholarship, visited the campus, enjoyed being here, and so had a great 4 years ever since then.
And you got your went to KU after you left here, correct?
Right, KU for law school. Yep, big Jayhawk.
Okay, so you're Jayhawk, and I know a big Royals fan.
Yeah, Royals is huge right now. We're hoping to take the crown and go one step farther, or maybe 90 feet farther, depending on how you look at it from last year.
Now, when I came here and I said I want to do some interviews, Danielle Durham says, well, he goes to Houston, he follows these Royals. You just don't watch on TV. You get out and follow them.
Yeah, I've been very lucky and very fortunate as far as timing and job and everything else to be able to travel on the road, see the Royals in action, which is really pretty cool because you can do some things on the road as far as being down and close to the players, since most of the home fans don't really don't get all that excited about the Royals, whereas you can do that kind of stuff on the road.
And when you actually have to work, what are we doing now?
Civil litigation. It's all civil litigation, so frequently in the courtroom, arguing motions, trial, but then also a lot of the preparation work that we go through in discovery, researching, writing briefs, and so a lot of stuff in the office as well.
Where do you live?
I live in Prairie Village, Kansas, right on State Line Road.
All right. So Kansas City, but Valley's still here. What were your thoughts when they called and said, hey, congratulations, you're being named the Outstanding Young Alumnus?
Well, I still remember where I was sitting because it caught me completely by surprise. I got a letter from Eric Sappington, a very great guy, along with his entire staff, and it caught me off guard. I'm very honored to be here, love being back on campus, and it was a great excuse for me to bring my whole family back this time around.
Well, believe it or not, that's 8 years ago. It probably doesn't seem like 8 years ago. This building certainly has changed. Have you noticed other changes on the campus?
Every time I come back, the campus somehow manages to look better. They're doing amazing things here. The campus looks wonderful. And this building is actually brand new. It was actually, I hadn't even started with the construction process when I was a student here. It's just amazing to see the gym and the equipment and stuff they've got for the students to use here.
Well, there are a lot of athletes go to school here, but you're certainly proof that you can come here, get a great education, and have a great career.
Absolutely. Very appreciative of the education I got here, all of the people I met here, and maybe one of the things I love most about here is it really is a glimpse into the real world as far as what a diverse group of folks we have here, which might not strike you at first blush as something you'd find in Marshall, Missouri, but it's an outstanding educational experience all around.
Mark, congratulations. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed those visits. Those were with our outstanding alumni. I had a chance to visit with them last night. Ron Porter, of course, everything he does from Marshall class of 64. Frank Massaro, who's now in Manhattan. He was in the class of 1976. George Robinson, the class of 1971, now lives in Minneapolis. And you just heard from our young alumni from the class of 2007. So congratulations to all of those gentlemen. Had a nice chance to visit with them last night. Hall of Famers here today. They were honored at the banquet earlier today. Leonard Milton Carr honored posthumously. Melvin Rogers, a class of 61. Gary Soule, class of 77. Darrell Todd, class of 80. Carl Fenstermacher, class of 95. And you remember, Joe, you said DeAndre Campbell, class of 97. He's a pretty good football player.
Good running back. I remember him, and he scored, they said he scored 6 touchdowns in one game, which is a Viking record. He was a good one.
All right, now it's time to crown the homecoming royalty, and hopefully we'll get the king and queen up here with us. Let's take a 1-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have some of the halftime statistics, and hopefully we'll have a visit with the king and queen on the Viking Sports Network. Back in a minute.
Selling a home requires more than you realize. First, you need to determine the appropriate asking price by analyzing the current housing market. Then consider using several marketing methods to reach buyers and respond to calls, emails about your home day and night. At the Ashford Agency, we list and sell homes for a living and can accommodate qualified buyers and sellers' schedules so that both parties benefit. Give the team at the Ashford Agency a call at 886-8557. That's 886-8557.
Hey, son, we paid your first and last month's rent on your new apartment.
That is so awesome.
Uh-huh.
And we got you this.
A shelter renter's policy? Helps cover your stuff if the place catches fire.
You know, or is broken into.
Helps cover your computer, TV.
Fancy schmancy bicycle.
So they'll help me replace stuff. That's the idea.
Have fun, son.
I thought he'd never leave.
Whew, that makes 2 of us.
For all your insurance needs, see Terry Townsend in Marshall.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stats of the first half. A couple of individual stats. Elliot Hawkins knew he had a big half. 132 yards rushing, net of 127. Longest was 58, and he had a touchdown. But Alan Jackson on the other side, 109 yards rushing for the Eagles, so doing a pretty good job there. Some of the team statistics in that first half. The Vikings had a total of 247 yards. Avila 230 yards rushing. So they did a pretty good job there. The Vikings only 79 yards passing, 122 for Avila. Most of that on those two big plays of the final drive to make it a 13-10 game. Vikings scored on their very first drive, an impressive 86-yard drive. Dorian Stannard caught a pass from Middleton. Middleton a little dinged up, and the Vikings haven't thrown much since. Elliot Hawkins with a touchdown, but then Calvin Jacobson came in 2 for 2, including a touchdown pass to Lasana Cisse of 4 yards with just a second to go on the clock, and the Eagles are right in this ball game. It is 13-12. It's a homecoming, the royalty being introduced, and hopefully we'll have a visit with the King and Queen. We're back in a minute. Viking Sports Network.
Bigger doesn't have to mean impersonal. Hi, I'm Bob Reed, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Nearly 7 million investors work with Edward Jones. But how do I measure success? It's my personal relationship with you and how well I understand your individual financial needs. Contact me today, 660-886-8610. That's 886-8610. You'll see that personal perspective is how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Richardson's Detailing and Mobile Service will help you with all your vehicle and power washing needs. Monday through Saturday, the shop is open for vehicle cleaning, basic washes to full details, and the mobile unit is ready to power wash your homes, fences, decks, and agricultural equipment. Protect your investment by having them professionally cleaned. To schedule an appointment, stop by 259 West Boyd Street in Marshall or call 815-7511. Richardson's Detailing and Mobile Service. Professional, personable, affordable, and waiting for the next dirty job.
Now, in just a couple of moments, we're going to introduce the homecoming queen for 2015. Gabby Musalam, last year's king, has just been introduced. And, of course, we'll try to get the king and queen candidate. They've been introduced, and we'll try to get them up here for a visit as well. I know Raina Smith, one of the basketball players, was one of the candidates, but again, we'll try to get them up here. We need to take another break. That first half went by rather quickly. 9:44 to go before we pick up action again. And we've got a football game here. Not many people thought this would be the case, but it's 13-10. Vikings, or 12-10, excuse me. The Vikings have missed a couple of extra points. The Eagles scored a late touchdown to go along the field goal, and all of a sudden, they'll have the ball and a chance to take the lead when we kick off the second half. We're at Greg Mitchell Field. Triple header today, by the way, not on the on KMMO or on Stretch, but on live stream. We'll have a triple header. Both soccer matches tonight, scheduled for 6 and 8. And I'll tell you, Baker will be here, and those will be some exciting matches as the Wildcats are here. That men's match will be the contest for first place in the conference. Joe All is down there with a king and queen, and they're coming our way, and we'll have a visit with the 2015 homecoming king and queen in just a moment on the Viking Sports Network.
UPI Parks Hog Market at Sweet Springs buys all classes of slaughter hogs, sows, boars, butchers, and all quality animals at the best prices around. You, the producer, will reap the benefits by calling UPI Parks Hog Market. Plus, they also buy sheep and goats. UPI Parks Hog Market are humane animal handling professionals and can also provide transportation for your hogs. Call weekdays between 8 and 5 at 660-335-7084 or stop by UPI Parks Hog Market, exit 74 on I-70 at YY.
Many of you may know Gieselman Trucking and Quarter for our grain trailers and nationwide hauling. But did you know lime, fertilizer, sand, gravel, and livestock too? I'm Wendy Gieselman. I hope you'll consider us the next time you need rock and other items here locally. We are family-owned and have been dump trucking since 1982. They'll find our service friendly, our pricing affordable, and our answers to your questions honest and sincere. For all your local rock and sand hauling, give Gieselman Trucking a call, 660-674-2367.
A reminder, next week the Vikings are on the road after 2 home games. The Vikings will head to Springfield and take on the Evangel Crusaders. That's always a difficult game, and it should be rather interesting next week when the Vikings hit the road. Then it's back here against Baker, and then on the road at Mid-America Nazarene, believe it or not, after today, just 3 weeks of the regular season remaining. The Vikes are leading 12-10 over the upstart Avila Eagles. Avila looking for an upset, and boy, I'll tell you, that last drive, they marched down the field, 2 long passes, and that was the key, and a touchdown with 1 second to go to make this a 12-10 ball game. And you know those Eagles are pumped up as they come back out of the locker room. They'll get the ball to start the second half. We're going to be back and talk to the King and Queen in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
It's time to man up with Massey.
I have to say, Massey opened my eyes.
Drive the tractors that are pulling ahead. Powerful and efficient. This CVT is made to be driven, so drive it. And remember, Massey Ferguson is building tractors in North America, in Jackson, Minnesota, making the kind of machines that farmers need, the kind of machines that can do it all.
This isn't your daddy's Massey Ferguson.
Learn more today at manupwithmassey.com.
Or man up today at Barenberg Implement in Higginsville.
We're back to Greg Mitchell Field, and we have the homecoming king and queen in our booth. And I'm going to tell you what, Mr. All, Rebecca Jones looks a lot better sitting in that chair than you do. No offense, but the homecoming queen is Rebecca Jones. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And where are you from?
Simi Valley, California.
How'd you get to Valley?
Volleyball scholarship.
Volleyball scholarship, I know that. And you guys have had a nice year.
I actually finished playing last year, but they have had a very good year this year. It's been fun to watch them.
Well, it was fun to watch you play as well, but did you miss it?
Yeah, I definitely do. Volleyball's amazing, and Valley sports are just incredible. So.
And how about your time here? What are you majoring in?
Pre-med, minor in chemistry. So.
Somebody else ought to do this interview. Pre-med, I can't. That's pretty impressive. But what do you plan to do it after here, Rebecca?
I plan to go to medical school, hopefully dermatology.
And you go back home to California or stay around the Midwest?
So, in-state tuition is pretty appealing, so.
Well, hang around, man. We'll talk to you in just a moment. Also, Greg Jackson, where are you from, Greg?
I'm from Warsaw, Missouri.
Warsaw, Missouri. And how'd you get to Valley?
I was recruited to Valley for a basketball scholarship.
All right. And you're majoring in?
Sports business.
Sports business, what do you want to do with that?
Hopefully, this coming May after I graduate, I will do an intern with Nike doing team sales representative.
Okay, that sounds pretty interesting. Anywhere in a particular part of the country you want to go?
Right now, if I get to work for Nike, I will go anywhere in the country.
Yeah. If you get that, well, I hope you do. You've been working hard to get that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's taken a lot of work, but I've definitely enjoyed my time here. A lot of good people here. I love the school. Sports are good. It's a good place to be.
Now, are you a four-year senior?
Yes.
Okay. Fast 4 years, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it definitely flew by. I feel like I was definitely just starting my freshman year last year. It's been great, but definitely it does fly by.
All right, and congratulations on being named the king. Were you surprised when they called your name?
Yeah, I definitely was surprised. I ran against some good guys, Zavon and Chris. Also very popular, good guys here. So, but I'm proud to win.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, Rebecca, I've been here for about 8 years now, and I didn't know that much about college volleyball when I came here, and I've watched you gals play and watched all the great seasons you've had, and I really enjoy that sport.
Yeah, it's an incredible sport. It's really thrilling.
Well, congratulations on being, what did you think when they announced your name out there?
I was really excited. The girls I ran against were great people, and it's just great to be the queen.
You have to come back then. Where you're going to med school next year, you'll have to come back and crown the new queen, right?
Of course, I'll be back.
All right, and you too. If you're doing that, if you're working for Nike, you're going to have to take the weekend off for homecoming. Mark it on your calendar now.
Yeah, I'll get it on the schedule, and definitely won't miss Valley homecoming.
Greg, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
Rebecca, congratulations. Wear that tiara all weekend, all right?
Thank you. I plan on it.
Okay, and thank you both for coming up. Joe, thanks for bringing them up. Greg Jackson, Rebecca Jones, the homecoming royalty at Missouri Valley College. More halftime coming up in 1 minute.
Bill Budd Chevrolet is home of
Lafayette County's largest variety of used cars and trucks. Whether you are replacing your main vehicle or Highway 13 in Higginsville, or visit us at BillBuddChevrolet.com.
Missouri Valley College, where it's always a great day to be a Viking.
It's a great day to be in a class where the professor knows your name, or meet someone from another country.
Great day to be challenged by one of our 40 academic programs. Get involved, make an impact.
Make today a great day. Check us out online at moval.edu. Missouri Valley College, it's a great day to be a Viking.
We are back, and again, thanks to the homecoming royalty and all the outstanding alumni and the Sports Hall of Fame inductees. It's been quite a weekend. Joe, high school football continuing. Actually got the playoffs started last night. How about some area scores?
Yeah, last night was the first round of district play, Ken. All these teams in 8-team districts. The semifinals of districts will be held next week. Let's run the scores we have. Class 1, District 4, Osceola beat Tipton 54-24. Lincoln beat Appleton City. They're still undefeated, 50-0. Windsor beats Crestridge for the second week in a row, 43-18. In District 5, it was Knox County over North Shelby, 52-0. South Shelby beats Schuyler County, 47-6. Paris beats Putnam County, 47-8. And Scotland County shuts out Milan, 21-0. District 6, Class 1, Marceline, 75-0 over Slater. Fayette beats Salisbury, 48-18. Santa Fe squeaks by Harrisburg, 36-30. And West Rand beats Sweet Springs, 51-12. District 7, Class 1, Wellington Napoleon beats Oryx, 60-0. North Platte over Plattsburgh, 24-16. West Platte, 68-21. Winners over Concordia. Mid Buchanan beats Lone Jack, 49-12. In let's go to Class 2. Class 2, District 7. It was Father Tolton out of Columbia beating Knob Noster 70-6. Hallsville beats St. Paul 42-0. Higginsville over Holden 49-21. Colcamp upsets South Callaway 47-27. In District 8, Class 2, it was East Buchanan over Carrollton 40-14. LeBlond out of St. Joe squeaks by Trenton 15-12. Lathrop falls to Brookfield 31-20. Lexington holds off Lawson 41-27. In Class 3, District 6, it was Blair Oaks beating Versailles 70-0. Eldon 56-33 winners over Owensville. Fulton beats Booneville for the second time this year 40-15. Southern Boone upsets California 48-21. Class 3, District 7, Odessa over Centralia 61-8. O'Hara beats Clinton 35-22. Oak Grove 56-20 over Pembroke Hill. Chillicothe in District 8 beats Cameron 42-0. Richmond beats St. Pius 35-7. And finally, in Class 4, District 6, Harrisonville 52-0 over Pleasant Hill. It was Raytown South over Grain Valley. Warrensburg falls to Grandview. District 7, Hannibal beats Kirksville 47-7. It was Mexico beating Moberly 41-8. Marshall falls in a close one to Warrenton 17-10.
All right, so that was the first week. Playoff. You said Centralia lost 61-8?
No, not Centralia.
Oh, I thought you said Centralia. Central.
Okay. Central.
I thought, wow, Odessa
Central.
must really be good.
Central out of Kansas City.
Okay, I said, man, Odessa must really be a power to not do that.
Centralia, they won last night. I don't know if I read their score or not, but I know they came out on top last night.
All right, the Vikings go to kick it off, and it looks like the old Lucy and Charlie Brown thing there. Just as Villanueva gets the football, it rolls off the tee, and everybody runs down, and he doesn't kick the ball.
Centralia had an easy game. They got a forfeit from Missouri Military Academy.
All right, so they had the week off. Well, this is an interesting game here.
Yeah, it is.
12-10, Valley.
Nice drive by Avila to end the half. They got that touchdown with 2 seconds to go in the first half.
Villanueva to kick it off. And this time he runs into the football and sends it deep. And it's going to go into and out of the end zone. The catch was made by Jeremiah Rideau, but he stepped on the white at the back of the end zone. So Remember I was talking about the end of the first half where Valley used their timeouts, tried to get the ball back. I thought Avila would just run off the clock. They marched down the field, and they've got to have all kinds of confidence right now starting the second half.
Well, what a nice kick by Villanueva. He does such a great job on kickoffs and punting. If we can just get the extra points have been pretty good for the most part. We've missed 2 today, but get that and the field goal straightened out. He's really got a good leg, but the Vikings, with that kick in the end zone, set Avila up 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Calvin Jacobson back in at quarterback. He's 2 for 2 with a touchdown. And on first down, he hands the ball off. The Vikings get out there.
Nice.
They do a good job of stopping Allen Jackson for no gain.
They're going a late hit, I think, on the Vikings. I'm not sure. No, it's going to be maybe something on Avila. I'm not sure, but there's a flag on the play. Tackle made by Antoine Palmer.
Personal foul.
Yeah, against the Viking. Unnecessary roughness against the Viking.
I didn't see that. I
think it was a late hit, I believe.
Well, another, if that is indeed the case, that's a penalty the Vikings just do not need. And they have done that time and time and time again this year.
Well, that's going to give Avila 1st and 10, the ball all the way out to about the 36-yard line now.
First down at the 36-yard line as Avila driving for what they hoped would be the go-ahead touchdown. Calvin Jacobson is the quarterback.
2 out of 2 in the passing department.
He waits for the shotgun snap at the 32, throws it out and throws it low, incomplete. The ball skipped in front of the intended receiver, Blake Horn, and it'll be 2nd down, hustling up to make sure that was ruled an incomplete, not a fumble, Antoine Palmer.
Ken, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Vikings offensively, we get the ball back, go to that Wildcat formation some more here in the second half.
2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Now they send a man in motion, empty backfield, stepping up, now rolling to his right, throwing over the middle, completing it for a short gain, turning it into a large gain to midfield is Robert Johnson. I thought the Vikings would have him at the 40. He escaped a tackle and hustled to the far sideline and picks up a 1st down at midfield.
That was about a 2-yard pass. It went for about 20 yards.
Now this team is playing with a lot of confidence right now. The Vikings struggling defensively right now, to be honest with you. It's 1st down at midfield. Oh, throw it again, swinging out to Johnson. Drop the ball. That's going to be ruled incomplete. Oh, man, that looked like a fumble. That should have been a fumble.
Yeah, it should have been, and one of the Viking coaches out on the field really upset right now.
That's Paul Troth.
Yeah, that one of the other coaches out there.
Yeah, and that's Cal Weirson. Yeah, that looked like a backward pass, and it's ruled. It is ruled a incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down.
You will see that called incomplete more times than not.
That was
if it's sideways or backwards, it's supposed to be a lateral.
That was a huge play. 2nd down now and 10 from midfield. Empty backfield for Calvin Jacobson. Now, that did not look like a good call. Here comes Ricky Williams, but on the blitz, they get the pass away, and it's about an 8 or 9 yard gain. Down to the 41-yard line. The pass was complete to Jeremiah Rideau, and it's a 1st down, 1st and 10. Here come the Eagles.
You see what the Eagles are doing. They're setting reserve quarterback Calvin Jacobson up where he can throw short passes, safe passes he can complete, get that confidence built up, and I think he's 4 out of 4 right now.
He is. And here's on the 1st down. They're going to hand the ball off. Nope, he's going to keep it. Has some room to the 35 and steps out of bounds. And this Avila offense has the Viking defense confused, and it's going to be 2nd down, and let's call it 4, a 6-yard gain.
Well, the Vikings scored that touchdown. They went ahead by the score of 12-3. We thought that would be the score at halftime, but boy, it's been all Eagles since then. They've scored once and knocking at the door again here.
And with 2 missed extra points, a field goal to give you the lead. Again, here's Jacobson. Same exact play, same result, 5-yard gain, 1st down.
Yeah, boy, Calvin Jacobson, in case you missed it in the first half, sophomore starting quarterback Jordan Radeball went down what looked like either a knee or an ankle injury near the end of the first half, and Calvin Jacobson, a junior, has come in and run the offense through a touchdown pass, and now has the Eagles on the drive again.
Vikings want to blitz, and this time they wrap up the running back, Jackson, for a loss. They were coming from all angles, and Jackson ran right into a wall of purple. It'll be a loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11.
Jacob King, Carlton Kilgore, and Zach Nunn all there to blow that play up. So good defense by the Vikings that time.
12 to 10 is our score. Vikings on top. No, not 4 field goals, 2 touchdowns, but 2 missed extra points. 2nd down and 11. For Jacobson. Sends a man in motion. He pulls it out, rolls to his right. Now he pulls it down and gets as far as he can, and that's inside the 25 down to the 24. He'll be 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, Jacobson, a nice job of scrambling one more time, so he's doing it both with his arm and his legs right now. And 3rd down, a very makeable 3rd down play. Vikings need a big stop right here on the defensive end.
I tell you, Avila using all kinds of formations, and it's working right now. They are looking to take the lead and really stun this homecoming crowd. Empty backfield for Calvin Jacobson, as he may be changing the play. 2 wide receivers off to the left, 3 to the right on 3rd down and about 3. Jacobson waits the snap, gets it, backpedals, rushes on. He's hit as he throws. It is incomplete. And they're going to throw pass interference. If that is called on the defense, that is a terrible call.
That was very uncatchable. No way that ball could have been caught.
That's almost on the offense. That was a poor, poor call. It will be 1st and goal for the Eagles. Holding on the defense. Wow.
I think Kobe Lowe, the defensive back that was whistled for that holding, so that's going to be a big play for Avila. I agree with you, Ken. The ball, first of all, was uncatchable. I think the two just ran together. I don't think it was anybody doing anything intentional.
That's a bad call. And we've had some struggling, some problems with several of the officiating crews, and that was a bad one.
We need to get our licenses.
Well, I tell you what, I couldn't do any worse than
we haven't missed a call up here all year.
That's right. Well, it's 1st down at the 19-yard line. And the Eagles continue to move. They want to take the lead here. You had a pass that looked like a backward pass. It was ruled incomplete, and now on a 3rd down, a pretty questionable call, but it was called, so it's 1st down. And here's Jacobson, throws to the side. Good catch inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. The Eagles are moving, and that catch was made by Blake Horn, and the Eagles trying to take the lead here. 2nd down and 5.
Terrence Hollins-White there in coverage for the Vikings. That is a completed pass, a gain of about 5 on the play. So just under 12 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. The Vikings led 12-3, but the Eagles scored. They're knocking on the door one more time inside of the 10-yard line.
Ball's at the 8-yard line. Again, they go to that empty backfield for Calvin Jacobson. Has 5 wide receivers, sends a man in motion. Jacobson wants to throw it out there. He throws it to the back. There's nobody covering him, and he gets inside the 5-yard line. That's Jackson. It should be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and pretty good block by somebody. I couldn't tell who made that block. One of the linemen got outside and gave Jacobson a little bit of extra time to throw that time, and he made the most out of it, completing that pass. So still third down and very short. So let's see if the Viking defense can maybe stuff them in the backfield.
Now
there.
They keep Jackson in the backfield along with Jacobson on 3rd down and about 1. The ball inside the 5-yard line at the right hash mark. Jacobson takes the snap, gives it straight ahead. Jackson, touchdown! And the Avila Eagles have taken the second half kickoff. And, folks, the Avila Eagles have the lead over the Missouri Valley College Vikings here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, who would have thought it? Was a couple of nice drives by the Eagles, both engineered by backup quarterback Calvin Jacobson. And that time Jackson takes it in. He had a big first half, 107 yards on the ground, and adds to that total with his first touchdown of the day.
Meyer will attempt the extra point. This crowd is stunned. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. And it is now 16-12. The Avila Eagles in the second half lead the Vikings. We'll be back with the kickoff in a minute.
Bank any day, any time of day. It's the convenience of mobile banking at Community Bank of Marshall. Check your balance, transfer funds, pay bills, all at your fingertips when you use the advantages of mobile banking. You choose your banking hours, since now you can manage your accounts from your phone at your convenience. It's easy to sign up and get started, so go to one of our 7 locations in Marshall, Blackburn, Malta Bend, Waverly, Sweet Springs, and apply for mobile banking today. Community banking, the way it was meant to be. Member FDIC.
You need a place to call home for your medical needs. Katy Trail Community Health is your home. Katy Trail has opened a clinic in Marshall located inside the Saline County Health Department. No matter where you live nor the state of your health, this is your home for medical needs. Katy Trail accepts Medicaid, Medicare, and most health insurance. To schedule an appointment, call toll-free 1-877-733-5824. That's 1-877-733-5824. Katy Trail.
We're going to break one here.
Healthcare that revolves around you.
Meyer going to kick it off. The Vikings trail 17-12. Boy, took the opening kick off the game, marched right down the field. Here's the kick, and this is returnable, and this is going to be taken at the 10, across the 20, across the 30-yard line, all the way to the 35, 36-yard line goes Turk, and that's where the Vikings will take over. One thing we did not mention today is Jakari Johnson not playing today, twisted ankle, so number 8 is out, and that's a big weapon the Vikings have not had today.
Oh, boy, Jakari, Mr. Electricity. He's broken some big plays all year long. We need to get him back in that. I was just saying, you must have read my mind. I was just thinking when I saw the kickoff, where is Jakari Johnson? But, yeah, you can really tell he's gone today.
Well, the Vikings go with a freshman quarterback, and that's Jeremy Fry. They trail 17-12. The Avila Eagles looking for a huge upset this afternoon. Vikings have the ball at their own 37-yard line, left hash mark. Fry takes the snap, hands it off. Hawkins turns the corner as he goes right side, gets to the 41, pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7. He's well over 100 yards rushing today.
130 in the first half, and that tackle made that time by Corey Yarborough, a senior defensive back, but a gain of about 3 on the first down play by senior running back Elliott Hawkins.
Avila trying to pull off the upset. They've got the lead. We're in the 3rd quarter. Freshman quarterback Jeremy Fry rolls out to his left, in trouble and sacked back at the 32. 3rd down and about 14. Well, the offense really struggling right now.
Ty Larson, sophomore, and Ty's out of Warrensburg, Missouri. He's a linebacker there, makes the stop, makes the sack for Avila. So big play that time for the Avila defense. That's going to make it 3rd down and about 14 for the Vikings.
Ball is all the way back at the 34-yard line.
Well, something big has to happen right here. We need to break something. You don't want to give this ball back to that Avila offense. They've got to be brimming with confidence right now.
They lead 17-12. They're 1-6 on the year, but don't tell them that this afternoon. Fry blitzes on, throws high, it's intercepted. That's the 2nd turnover by the Vikings today, and that one was thrown right to the defender. A bad pass by the freshman, and Avila has it at the 42-yard line of the Vikings. That pass was overthrown, and it was thrown right to Sean Thompson, and here come the Eagles again.
Yeah, Thompson gets the pass, returns it down to the 40, looks like 42-yard line, so the Eagles have scored the last 2 times they've had the ball, knocking at the door again in Viking territory at the 42. So the Big D needs to step up right here for Missouri Valley.
Yeah, they better play some defense, because if they don't, they're going to be 2 touchdowns down, and Avila really pumped up on that far sideline right now. Vikings took the opening drive, but that was when Travis Middleton was the quarterback, and that pass was high, and it was nowhere near a receiver. It was right to Sean Thompson. So here come the Eagles again at the Viking 42-yard line, leading 17-12.
Yeah, need a stop right here, guys. Come on.
What a job Calvin Jacobson has done. Back to throw, pocket holds. He rolls to his right, being chased by Kilgore, and he throws it away. Very smartly.
Smart move.
Kyraton was right on his back as he threw that one out, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Jacobson had nobody open, and like you said, Kilgore right in his wheelhouse there, and he ran outside the pocket, so you can do that. He just flipped it out of bounds.
Well, Jakari Johnson not there offensively, but Joe, you wonder where the short passes are to your speedsters. Maybe that's something the Vikings ought to try, but it's if they can get the ball back, 2nd down and 10. And they'll throw it to the outside.
That ball hit the ground. That hit the ground.
And they finally blow the whistle.
Yeah, that I thought they were going to get away with that.
The Robert Johnson, the intended receiver, but that one did hit the turf.
And I think that's I guess the quarterback's thrown, Jacobson's thrown 2 incomplete passes in a row now.
So it's third. He threw one and it was ruled an incomplete pass that we thought was a fumble earlier, and that was ruled incomplete. But I think that's right. There's only 3 incomplete passes. So 3rd down and 10.
Need a stop right here.
Kelvin Jacobson has done a great job at quarterback as Avila leads at 17-12. On 3rd down, back to throw, rushes on. He throws out of the backfield to Jackson. Hit immediately.
Oh, nice play.
Cedric O'Hara brings him down at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2. It'll be 4th and 12.
Now that's what you call a good open field tackle. Seeing Cedric O'Hara and Jackson having a few words right there, but that was a nice defensive play. And again, Cedric, the linebacker out of Pierce City. So now it's going to bring up a 4th down. That's going to be 4th and looks like about, well, they got a holding call against Avila. So now the Vikings have a decision. It's either going to be 4th and 13. I think they'll decline this. Otherwise it'd have been 3rd and about 20. So I think they'll take this one, and I think the Eagles will probably punt it away.
They will punt it away as the Vikings have declined that penalty. Darian Turk back deep.
That's what the defense needed to do right there. Needed to stuff them 3 and out, and that's what they've done. So good job by Monty Rowe's defense that time.
Ritto back to punt, standing at his own 38. Right-footed kicker. This is a low-line drive. It bounces to Turk. Turk picks it up, avoids one tackler up the sideline to the 25 and steps out of bounds. And now there's 2 players going at it in the backfield, and there's a flag, and that's just another silly penalty on the Vikings as a punch was thrown by Terrence Hollins-White. I know they were into it, but he stood up and threw a punch, and he's going to be kicked out of the game. That'll be a penalty on the Vikings, and again, just losing your cool, and Terrence Hollins-White will be out of this game and probably out of the next game after that little act.
You cannot do that.
Nope. Now, I know the Eagle player was there as well, Cisse, but he got up, and then clearly Hollins-White threw a punch.
The officials are talking it over, so there is some discussion on just what to call, who did what. Both of them were involved, but we'll see what the call is.
Vikings trail 17-12. We're about midway through this 3rd quarter now. 9 minutes to go as Avila with the lead. We'll see how they sort all this out.
They're going to come over and talk now, I think, to Coach Paul Trott. I believe they're coming this way.
Now, still haven't given us the ball is spotted at the 21-yard line, but let's see. Unsportsmanlike. Yeah, it's going on the Vikings. No question. I don't know if he's been ejected.
I don't think so. I didn't hear the word ejection.
I'm surprised that wasn't a part of it.
They called unsportsmanlike conduct, but I don't think they tossed him.
Well, if you're going to get upset, knock down somebody on the opposing team. Not that way, but when you're on the field. So it's 1st down from the 10-yard line. Vikings down 17-12. Freshman quarterback in there, and things aren't looking too good right now. But let's see what happens on this drive. Handed off to Hawkins, and you know now Avila knows that
they're going to load the box right now. And that tackle, the name we've mentioned all afternoon, Jacob Lopez, the junior linebacker out of San Antonio, there to make that hit. That's a gain of maybe 1 for Elliott Hawkins, so let's call it 2nd down and 9.
Joe, I'm surprised the Vikings haven't tried just some little bubble screens to get some of their wide receivers in space.
Get Turk or Stenard out there. Let them do something after they make the catch.
2nd down and 9 after a gain of a yard. The ball at the 11-yard line for Fry. And he'll hand it off again to Hawkins. Big hole. Hawkins up the middle all the way across the 25 to the 27. Well, maybe that's why they keep giving it to number 28 as he's bursting it up the gut for a 1st down. Rick Fuentes now comes hobbling off the field. And Siobhan Richardson in to replace him.
Elliott Hawkins has got to be getting close to that 200-yard plateau. Jacob Rhodes there to make the stop, and a nice run by Hawk to get the ball out to the 30. So at least now the Vikings have a little bit of breathing room, 1st and 10. Now they move it back to the 28.
Say the knee went down there, but it is enough for a 1st down for Hawkins. Vikings started this drive at their own 10-yard line after the penalty. Fry, the freshman quarterback, takes the snap. And hands it again to Hawkins. Up the middle, spinning across the 33 to the 34. That's a gain of 6. Second down and 4 coming up, 7:52 to go.
Hawk wrestled down that time by Tyler Wisenut, the senior out of Knob Noster. So this Avila defense has a young man out of Warrensburg, Larson. They've got a young man out of Knob Noster, Wisenut.
Second down and 4. Vikings
shifting people all over the place now.
3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right on second down and 4. They need a drive to get the lead back here. And again, they want to go to Hawkins. Again, up the middle is Hawkins. Stumbles, breaks the tackle, gets to the 41. That's another first down. I'll keep going there, Joe, as long as it's working.
I don't think Elliott Hawkins will have any trouble getting to sleep tonight. He's carried that ball a bunch, and I don't have the first half stats, but I know he had 130 yards in the first half. I'm not sure how many carries he had.
Yeah, he had a bunch. And he has got to be getting close to 170, 175 yards. First down with the Vikes. They're on 41-yard line, trailing 17-12. We're in the third quarter. Big drive here. Again, they go to Hawkins. No, this time Fry throws it. It's complete for a little or no gain to Bellard. He faked it to Hawkins and threw it very high. Bellard went up and got it, but hit right at the line of scrimmage. Not much there. Second down and 9.
Well, one thing, the offensive line, they've got to give Fry some time. You've got a freshman quarterback back there who hasn't taken that many snaps, and you've got to give him some time to look the field over and find that receiver.
Second down and 9. Clock is moving. 6:30 in the third quarter. Long way to go for the Vikings on this drive. Fry waits, gets the snap, hands to Hawkins. No, throws it. It's to Turk, and he's hit immediately and dropped after a very short gain. Good tackle made by Jarrell Brown. It'll be third and about 5.
It's a big third down play right now. Vikes want to keep this drive going as they approach midfield. They've got the ball at the 47, so it'll be third and, you're going to say third and 4. So what do? Give it to Hawk right here?
I would. I think you might think about, well, you'd give it to him and see where you're at on the fourth down play. But it's third down and about 4.
I'd try him. He's been a workhorse all day.
Coming up on 4 o'clock, KMMO FM. Now a flag, and that may change everything here if that's on the Vikings. That may have been a delay. Timeout. I think the play clock was running down, so the Vikings took a timeout. 3rd and 4. 5:48 to go. Avila trying for the upset. They're up 17-12. We're back in 30 seconds on the Vikings. We're back in a minute, Viking Sports Network.
There are many options with group health insurance, so many that a little advice can be helpful. Many plans have flexibility, no pre-existing conditions, different deductibles, and more. This is Robin with Lime Cooler Insurance Services in Marshall. Give Randy or I a call or stop by our office. We can help you decide on which group health plan best fits your needs. Whether you are a large group or a small group, we work with people just like you every day. Remember, at Lime Cooler Insurance Services in Marshall, it's our family taking care of your family.
Peak Sport and Spine is Missouri's largest provider of outpatient orthopedic physical therapy. I'm Ron Renard, Clinic Director and Physical Therapist. Using the latest manual and soft tissue techniques, we help you regain your optimal level of function. We can meet the needs of the weekend warrior to the elite athlete. We also specialize in workers' compensation, helping you get back to your job quickly and safely. If your physician prescribes physical therapy, choose Peak Sport and Spine. See us locally in Sedalia, Fayette, Marshall, and now in Sweet Springs, or visit us at peaksportandspine.com.
Yeah, we've got a heck of a football game going on here. The Vikings down to their third-string quarterback, a freshman, and have struggled with somewhat of that. It's always difficult for a freshman to come in. And now they've got a 3rd down and 4. They took a timeout. Hawkins stays in at that running back spot. Elliott, the senior out of Oklahoma. But Avila trying to pull off the upset today and hand the Vikes their 4th loss of the year. And they're going to keep it to Elliott Hawkins. Up the middle. Hawkins has a 1st down and more. He's to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown, Elliott Hawkins, 56 yards.
Yep. I think, yeah.
53 yards. Elliott Hawkins right up the gut. Over 200 yards rushing, and the Vikes regain the lead.
That young man's had a day, and a day where we really needed everything he's got. Boy, I tell you, Hawk is faster than I thought he was. He showed a great burst of speed that time, got into the secondary, and he was not going to be denied. And again, he takes it 53 yards to the house, and the Vikings back up. I'd go for 2 right now. We've only got a 1-point lead.
Yeah, it's 18-17. You might as well go for 2 here. But the Vikings back on top. We were wondering what they do on 4th down. Forget it. Let's just go 53 yards to Elliott Hawkins, who's now over 200 yards rushing.
Well, you just say, hey, here he comes, stop him.
You're right. He has some speed when he gets to the open field. All right, Vikings are going for 2 here.
That's a good move.
Leading by a point, 18-17, 5:38 to go. And Fry throws into the corner into double coverage. It's almost caught. There's a flag down.
Flag
so
down.
interference.
That guy's going to be interference, so we'll have a shot. Should be a shot from the 1.5-yard line.
Sean Thompson was the defender there, and they say he did some pushing on Jacoby Bellard.
I didn't see it, but I would agree with him.
I'll take it. So it's going to be from the 1.5 yard line now. This Vikings, this may change the play, and you may go to number 28 here. Well, this is big, Joe, because you want to go up at least 3 and force them a field goal could only tie.
Yeah, their kicker's not, Murphy's not, is it Murphy? I'm thinking
Meyer.
Meyer's not that bad.
On the, looking at the replay on the live stream, the pass was kind of a wobbly pass, and I didn't see the push, but they say the push occurred before the ball got there.
That could have been one of those even up calls. You know, we got the pass interference on that 1 touchdown drive, so sometime the officials try to balance things out.
Ball right in the middle of the field from the 1.5 yard line after the penalty. Fry waits for the snap, and now offside on, I thought it was offside on Avila, but I guess he jumped back before the snap of the ball. Vikings have yet to snap it. Now they do, and they give it to Hawkins straight ahead. He walks into the end zone. Elliott Hawkins, that's the best play of the afternoon. 20-17. Hawkins with a 53-yard touchdown run and a 1.5-yard 2-point conversion run. And the Vikings are back on top, 20-17, midway through the 3rd quarter on the Viking Sports Network.
Viking Athletic Goods in the Marshall Square is your apparel headquarters for all your favorite teams. KC Chiefs, Mizzou Tigers, Missouri Valley Vikings, Marshall Owls, Slater Wildcats, Santa Fe Chiefs, and much more. Pullovers, hoodies, sweats, even socks with logos. Viking Athletic Goods also carries a nice selection of crazy socks. And for going to the games, you'll find the best stadium seats anywhere at Viking Athletic Goods on the Marshall Square.
Now, Elliott Hawkins has given the Vikings the lead right back on that big run. Joe, I think that's the offense right now. Give it to 28 and tell him right now, you get over there and catch your breath because we're going to need you, son.
Well, and give the offensive line credit. They had a very nice surge on that 2-point conversion. They're opening some holes for Hawk, and once he gets into that secondary, he's doing the rest.
Wow, what a game he's had. All right, here's Villanueva with a kickoff, and don't give it right back. And here is Rideau. Rideau to the 5, to the 10, across there. He's got some room to the outside, hit hard at the 35-yard line by Suter. Held on to the football, however, and pretty good field position now for the Eagles at their own 36-yard line.
And that was Jawan Cassidy. I think Suter and then Jawan Cassidy really came up and leveled him. So good hit, but a pretty good return that time is to get the ball. Rideau gets it out to about the 35-yard line. So Avila trailing only by a field goal, 20-17, with 5:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Eagles will set up shop 1st and 10. Vikes got a 3-and-out last time. Need to do that again on the defensive end.
Gieselman Trucking of Quarter, Fitzgibbon Hospital, Marshallwood, Houston Bank, Shelter Insurance Agent Terry Townsend all with us. On the 1st down play, they hand it up the middle to Jackson. Good, strong run, and he gets all the way across the 40 to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 9, 2nd down and 1 coming up. Good play on 1st down.
O'Hara tripped him up first, and then coming in were Cody Hendricks, also Carlton Kilgore. So 9-yard gain on 1st down by Jackson.
Well, they can do about anything they want here. Calvin Jacobson has been very impressive since he's been in at quarterback. Had pretty good numbers coming in. He's a junior out of Blue Springs. They hand it off. Jackson,
That'll be
I think he got the first down.
Should be his first down. He only had to get to the 45.
Stuck that ball across the white line at the 45-yard line. So that is enough for a first down for the Eagles. We're down to 4:50 to go in the third quarter. Vikings hanging on to a 20-17 lead.
I've really been impressed with the way Avila's played today. They came in at 1-6, have been blown out of several games, but they've hung very tough today.
First down at their own 45-yard line. Can Montero's defense get a stop here? Here they come on the blitz. They pick it up. Nice spin move by Jacobson, and they're going to give him the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 coming up before he went to the turf.
I'm going to give Marky Beltram credit for the tackle, but I think Jacobson tackled himself. He spun so fast, he just spun to the ground that time.
And here's the handoff to Jackson. Hit at the line and pushed back after a gain of only a yard. It looked like he was going to get more than that. And then I think it was Jacob King who hit him right in the chest and knocked him back. A gain of only a yard, 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 4.
King, Kilgore, and Diedrich Allen all in there on the stop that time. So good pursuit by the Vikings. 3rd down and 3 yards. They have to get inside the 45-yard line of the Vikings to pick up the first down. All right, guys, let's get a stop right here.
Jacobson will take the snap at his own 48. Vikings show blitz. Now they back off. Jacobson rolls to his right, looks and throws down the sideline. Incomplete. Good coverage by Valley. They had everybody covered over there. And
Damian Wilson was the main defensive cover that time. We haven't mentioned Damian's name yet. He's a junior defensive back out of Dade City, Florida, and he was on the receiver like a blank at that time. So again, the Vikings, their second straight series, 3 and out for the defense, so that's good to see, Ken.
And I'll tell you what else they did. They kept Jacobson. They contained him, did not let him run.
They did that time.
All right, so here comes a punt by Rideau. If he does punt it.
He's going
good
to
snap.
this time.
He waits and waits and waits and now punts it. And this one toward the sideline.
Ooh.
Vikings stay away from it. There's a flag. Now it's going to be picked up by Turk. Very dangerous as he picks that thing up at the 8-yard line. That thing was rolling around every different angle, and fortunately was able to pick it up. There is a flag, and that thing was thrown from the end zone all the way out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what it's all about.
Normally don't scoop a spinning punt up inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, boy. I think this might go against the Vikings. We'll see. Vikes have the lead 20-17. The defense has held the last 2 times. Ashford Agency and Marshall, Heinzler Brothers, Varnberg Implement, Bill Bunch Chevrolet in Higginsville, UPI Parks Hog Market, and Sweet Springs, all with us on the broadcast.
Charlie Guthrie just announced Baker beat Mid-America. I think he said 38-19, but I'm not sure.
Wow, that's a good team. All right, the Vikes have it, but deep at their own 5-yard line. Another penalty on the return. You better be careful down here.
Well, it might be Hawk time again.
Yeah. Ball at the 5-yard line. Hawkins still in there, and he had a nice little rest there. Let's see if the big guy from Oklahoma can do it again.
Let's see if that offensive line can continue to surge.
First down from the 5-yard line. Fry, the freshman quarterback, completed a couple of short passes the last drive. Have the ball at the left hash mark. And they want to hand it off to Hawkins. He's hit and dropped for a loss of a yard. It's 2nd down and 11. Joe, you still need to be careful down here.
I think everybody that's ever attended homecoming knew Elliott Hawkins was going to get the ball that time.
Well, the ball is back in at the 5-yard line, so he lost a couple. It's 2nd down and 12. Again, you have to be careful here. If you want to throw it, make it short, and do not get caught in that end zone. Fry. Really limits your plays here with a freshman quarterback, and he gives it to Hawkins again. Elliott breaking tackles, turns to the corner, hit hard at the 15 as he gets to the left side, and it's close to a first down. Wow.
Yvonne Makawa made a nice stop over on the far side for Avila, but yeah, Elliott Hawkins got quite a few yards. He's about a yard shy of a first down, so ball resting right on the 15. Vikes need to pick this one up. With 2:22 to go in the third, Vikes lead by 3.
Just give them a little breathing room if they can pick up a first down, and they give it to Hawkins again, hitting the backfield, struggles forward for a first down. Elliott Hawkins was hit at the 13 by 2 Eagles, would have been short of the first down. He spun out of the double tackle and picks up a first down.
No way that should have been a first down. What a great 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort by the running back, Elliott Hawkins. And Boy, a career day for him. What a day he's had.
And now the Vikes have it at the 19-yard line. Get a little breathing room here, and the clock is moving. 1:53, third quarter. Hawkins again. Nope, they're going to throw it. And the catch is made. Good move by Turk. Turk is open. He's to midfield, up the middle of the field for a first down. They fake it to Hawkins, about a 4-yard pass to Turk, and then he does the rest between the hash marks. First down at midfield.
That was a nice play fake that time by freshman quarterback Jeremy Fry. He froze everybody and then found Turk wide open. Malcolm Cisse made the stop, but that's a nice gain ball all the way out to midfield. So the Vikes have taken themselves out of a big hole here as we near the end of the third quarter.
First down right at midfield, left hash mark. Fry takes the snap at the 45, throws to the sideline. He completes this one to Dorian Stenard, who steps out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of the Avila Eagles. He'll have it to the 43, and that's a nice gain of 7.
Very safe pass, and you can move the ball down the field. That was a gain of like 6 yards on the play, and those are the kind of plays you let Jeremy Fry try to be successful with.
I agree with you. Trips to the right side. The other pass, you get it to Turk and let the young man run. Half to Hawkins up the middle. First down and more. Hawkins breaks another tackle, and he just ran over Jacob Lopez, the linebacker, and picks up a first down at the 36.
Elliott says, I want these alumni to remember me, and I bet they will, as that tackle made again by Umakawa that time, but a great second, third effort again by Elliott Hawkins.
I'm looking at the replay, and Lopez went back about 4 yards when Hawkins hit him.
I bet he's got 230 yards
has to
already.
have. We'll get the numbers for you, of course. Ball to 36. The drive started at the 5. We're down to 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2 wide receivers left, 2 right. From the left hash mark, Fry waits, takes the snap, wants to throw, rushes on, throws. It is tipped and incomplete.
Wow.
And I'm telling
trouble.
you, Jacob Lopez came, 6 inches from a catch and a pick six.
That would have been, I think you and I could have taken that one in the end zone if we'd have caught it. But yeah, and really, Stenard was open behind the coverage, but the ball a little bit underthrown, and that could have been disastrous for the Vikings.
Wow. Vikings already have 2 turnovers, and they are, again, the bottom in NAIA football as far as turnover margin. Didn't need one there, but it was incomplete. 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Valley up 20-17. Second down from the 34. Fry to throw, roll, look out. They're coming from behind him, and he throws it low and incomplete. He was being pressured, and the pressure was coming from Jeff Louie, and it's going to be third down and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, coverage that time by Sean Thompson, excuse me. I think that ball intended for Mikael Johnson. So it's going to be third down and 10 now as we less than a half minute left to play in this third quarter. So the Vikings don't want to give the ball up here. We're out of field goal range, so let's see if we can pick something up, a big play here.
27 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2017, Valley with the lead, but one heck of a ball game here. Fry takes it, hands it off to Hawkins. Hawkins hit right at the line of scrimmage. This time the Eagles didn't let him get through. And leading the tacklers was Jacob Rhodes, a defensive back. So it's fourth down.
I think you punt the ball here. I think you do.
Well, I don't think so. They're going to bring in the tight end and Delvon Franklin, so they're going to go for it.
It's going to be 4th and 10.
Yeah, they're bringing in.
I think you punt here. If you're tied or behind, you probably don't. But even with a 3-point lead, I think you pin them deep. That's the end of the third quarter.
Dominic Hebert, the long snapper, comes on. So does Villanueva. That's the end of the third quarter, 20-17. Valley did get out of deep in their own end, but they'll have to punt it to start the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a minute. Viking Sports Network.
Are you looking for a way to boost the profit on your acres this season? Weber Seeds of Marshall is offering growers tremendous premiums for contract seed acres, as well as great low prices for any seed needs a grower could have. Large or small seed, forages, and a great variety of wildlife mixes. Give Weber Seeds a call today and let us help you put more profit in your pocket.
Grow the best with us, Weber Seeds.
Refinancing your home loan with Wood & Houston Bank could save you hundreds of dollars a month. Interest rates are near all-time lows, and now is the time to see your locally owned bank, Wood & Houston, about refinancing your home loan. It makes sense. You've already bought the home, and you can save thousands and thousands of dollars over the life of your loan by lowering your interest rate. Come and see us at Wood & Houston Bank in Marshall. We've been providing personal banking since 1874. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Vikings are up 20-17. They line up for a punt here from the 34-yard line of Avila. Cam Weirson, the special teams coach, is out on the field. Paul Troth on his right shoulder listening in. Well, let's see if they try a little pooch punt here. Robert Johnson is back deep for the Eagles. KMMO FM, Stretch Internet, livestream.com. Glad to have you with us. This game moving right along. As we start the fourth quarter, it's a quarter after 4. Here's the punt. And he'll boot this one high, try to keep it inside the 10-yard line. Does a great job of that. And the Vikings will down this at the 1-yard line. What a punt by Villanueva.
Great job. And who's that down there? Is that Mark Plummer? I think Mark Plummer, the Marshall product down there to down that punt down inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line, 1-yard line. So, boy, what a great punt. Great coverage by the Vikings. And Avila's going to have to go 99 yards to score a touchdown, but they're only down by 3.
Boy, Villanueva hung that one up nice and high. It bounced at the 10, and Plummer was there waiting for it, and they didn't panic. They didn't grab it too soon. They let it roll out to the 1-yard line.
You say Villanueva leads the nation in punting?
Yep, 47.1
maybe he needs to start
yards.
drop kicking.
Yeah.
Remember the old drop kick?
Yeah.
That's close to a punt.
And the Viking punting team is one of the tops in the country in any level as far as punts from the line of scrimmage. We'll talk about that afterwards. But on first down, Jacobson throws it down the sideline, incomplete. And on first down, they said to heck with it. Let's try to throw it deep. Tried to throw it down the left sideline to Cisse, but the coverage was there, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 1.
Pretty good coverage that time by Kobe Lowe. He was with him step for step. Kobe, again, a sophomore out of Bellflower, California. Who else was from Bellflower, California?
We had one a couple years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, somebody was from there. One of our defensive backs was from there, I think.
2nd down and 10 from the 1-yard line as Jacobson and Jackson both in the end zone. Jackson pops it to the outside. The Vikings run him out at the 3. Looked like for a moment he was going to have some room to run, but Dario Marquez got over there quickly and knocked him out at the 3. 3rd and 8.
That was good recovery by the Vikings. It looked like Jackson was going to turn the corner, but the Vikings recovered very quickly, got to the outside. As you said, Marquez got to him at about the 3. So I tell you, Avila, they need something positive here, because if they don't pick up decent yardage here, they'll be punting right from the back of the end zone.
3rd down and 8 from the 3-yard line.
Come on, defense.
Standing at the goal line is Calvin Jacobson. Takes the snap, rushes on, swings it out of the backfield, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down, and they will punt it. And standing with his heels in the back of the end zone will be Rideau.
What do? You go after the ball? I don't think so right here, because you're going to get good field position. He's going to be kicking from the very back line of the end zone. So Vikes should get it in Avila territory, as it looks like Turk's going to stand right back about midfield to receive this kick.
Well, Rideau only averages about 37 yards a punt. His last one went 18, if you remember. Yeah. So Turk can probably come up even from that position. But Rideau standing with that right foot almost on the white at the out of bounds. Good snap. The Vikes aren't rushing this, and this is not a good punt. And it goes out of bounds. Cam Weirson, the defensive backs coach, makes the catch, and now where are they going to mark it? He made the catch at the 37.
Then he went out and spotted the ball where he caught it.
Well, they're going to mark it inside the 35. They're going to say the 34. So the Vikings will have it at the Avila 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Good job by the defense, not letting the Eagles even have any idea to get out of there.
Yeah, they did a very good job that time. So now I need to put
Elliot Hawkins
put a drive together right now. Let's go in and let's go up by 10 points, make it a 2-possession game.
20-17 is our score right now. Valley with the lead. It's been tough. Ballard goes wide to the right side. The tight end is Joe Young, lined up to the right. Mr. Hawkins is back in. The Hawk lined up in the pistol behind freshman quarterback Jeremy Fry from the left hash mark. And the Hawk gets the ball, bounces to the, no, it's Fry, and he reverses field, goes to his right, throws on the run, it's incomplete. Oh, he could have run for 25 yards.
Yep, he could have.
He tried to throw the ball to McDaniel, and he could have run that ball to the 20-yard line.
Well, what a great play fake, though. I think half the people in the stands thought that Elliott Hawkins had the ball, and Fry just tucked it and roamed to the outside. And like you said, he had all kinds of room down that left side.
Oh.
McDaniel was open. He just overthrew him.
But that's when you got to recognize you run the football.
Chaz Matty said there was a pasture in front of him.
Oh, my goodness. Was there ever. Second down, trips to the right side. Then the young freshman, you learn every game out.
The Vikes need to cash in on this drive.
And they give this one to Hawkins. Hawkins is hit to the 30 and falls forward to the 29. So that's a gain of 5 on second down.
Yeah, that hit was made again by the freshman, Antoine Campbell. Been impressed with him. He's played a good game at defensive back for Avila. So give Hawk a gain of about 5. So a big third down play. And I think the Vikings in 4-down territory now.
I agree. You're not going to try a field goal here. So they need 2 plays to pick up 5 yards and keep this drive alive, leading by 3, 20-17. On a cloudy but very comfortable afternoon here in Marshall. Hawkins is hit and goes down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 5. Bad snap. Started all that. Yeah.
Now you got Delvon Franklin coming back into the lineup. Also coming in, for the Viking lineup, Joseph Young. So the power package in for the Vikings right now.
And they need the whole 5 yards to pick up a first down.
Well, Fry's going to have to find somebody right now.
Yeah, because they will be keen on number 28, who scored the last touchdown. So it's 4th down and 5 from the 29-yard line, and they give it off to Hawkins. No, Ballard on the end reverse. Ballard breaks the tackle, gets a great block to the 20, up the sideline to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Valley. They faked it to Hawkins, the end around to Jacoby Bellard. He got a super block on the far side and then walked into the end zone. Nice call.
Nice play call. Very nice play call that time. And I think everybody in the stands thought Hawk had the ball, and Bellard got it on the reverse, took it to the outside, and streaks into the end zone. That might be, is that Kobe's first touchdown?
Second touchdown of the year. Now that's a big one. Now the Vikings up 2 scores.
12:51 left, and I think, is this the Baker? Must be the Baker soccer team unloading on the far side over there.
Villanueva's extra point is up, and it is good. So the Vikings lead 26-17, or 27-17. 12:51 to go. A big second half for Elliott Hawkins. A great play call by Paul Trott to run that reverse, and Jacoby Bellard takes it for the touchdown. So the Vikes up by 10. Kickoff coming up. 1 minute. Viking Sports Network.
Young athletes often run the risk of strain or injury. It's good to know that Fitzgibbon Rehabilitation Services is on your team. Fitzgibbon Rehabilitation Services provides outpatient physical therapy, many highly specialized certified techniques designed to put athletes back at the top of their game. So when your doctor prescribes outpatient physical therapy, remember Fitzgibbon Rehabilitation Services is close by for adult, pediatric, and athletic physical rehabilitation. Learn more at fitzgibbon.org.
Scrap metal can add up to some big dollars. It's Donna with the A&J Auto Salvage in Higginsville, and we're ready to pay you money for all types of things. Old cars to cans, iron to copper, brass to aluminum. We buy it all. Serving mid-Missouri for over 7 years. People say not only do we have great prices, they also like the personal service they get from our locally owned business. So if it's scrap you want to sell or a car part you need to buy, consider A&J Salvage in Higginsville. Just call 1-800-748-7634.
Here comes the reverse on the kickoff, and Avila going to get good field position out of this one, almost all the way to midfield. As on the reverse, they give it off to Robert Johnson. That's the second time they've tried that play, and this time it works. So the ball right at midfield. Good position for the Avila Eagles, who trail by 10 now, 27-17 with 12:40 to go.
Aaron Adams, the sophomore out of St. Louis, there to bump Jones out of bounds, but he gets the ball right. How many times has the ball been right at midfield today? That's 4 or 5 times I can remember. It's sitting right on the 50-yard line.
Lime Cooler Insurance Services, Tyler Civic Center in Marshall, Richardson Detailing and Mobile Service in Marshall, all with us on the broadcast. Vikings have scored the last 2 touchdowns to take the lead. Now they need the defense to stop this Avila team for the 3rd straight drive. Jacobson, empty backfield. They'll hand it off. Nothing there. Jackson hitting the backfield.
Marky Beltram.
Markey got him for a 2-yard loss, and Jackson had over 100 yards rushing at the half, but loses yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down and 12.
You know, Ken, couple of big 4th down calls by the Vikings. Had that 4th down when Hawkins broke that 53-yard touchdown pass, and then that big 4th down double reverse play right there for the Bellard touchdown.
2nd down and 12 for the Eagles. Viking defense trying to come up big again. Pocket holes. Here's the pass. He's got a man there. Catch is made. No, and dropped incomplete. Oh, man. Almost a spectacular catch by Robert Johnson. He went high at the 16, had his hands on it, but as he hit the turf, lost possession, incomplete, 3rd and 12.
Jonathan Battle knocked that ball away from the Vikings, but boy, what a nice throw that time by quarterback Calvin Jacobson. He put that ball right on the money, but Battle applied contact right at the time the ball got there, so good defensive play. So 3rd and about 12, so Avila, big play. They need to keep this drive alive if they want to stay a part of the game.
They keep Jackson in the backfield along with Jacobson. He backpedals to his own 40. Throws to the sideline. It is caught and dropped. And again, I think that may have been, was that Robert Johnson again? It was. Now, the last one was very difficult. This was not a difficult catch. Johnson tried to run upfield before he caught it and dropped it.
Antoine Palmer there in coverage for the Vikings. So I tell you, this Viking defense, the last 3 series have really shut Avila down. Avila scored 2 times in a row, once to end the first half and once to start the second half. But since that time, the Viking defense has rose to the occasion.
Once again, Rideau will punt. Vikings up by 10. Still 11:56 to go, so you'd like to get yet one more. Good snap. Rushes on. He gets it away. And this one, Turk will let this one roll up the sideline into the end zone. Wow. How about that roll? That thing hit at about the 10, right on the sideline, and then just stayed on the field of play into the end zone. So pretty fortunate break for the Vikings there.
And Nate Higgins came about 6 inches away from blocking that punt, it looked like to me. The big guy had a hand right up there. He stands at 6'4", and he was right there on that punt. But Vikes will take over at the, looks like take over at the 20-yard line. Leading in the game with 11:47 left to play in the game. They lead it by the score of 27-17. Vikings trailed by the score of whatever it was, 17-13, I think.
Yeah,
and then they scored the last, 17-12, and they scored the last 2 touchdowns.
Elliott Hawkins, huge afternoon. By the way, they give out the Ted Chitwood Award at the homecoming game, and right now he'd have to certainly be a leading candidate for that. And he's out there again with the freshman quarterback, Jeremy Fry. Travis Middleton dinged up after the first couple of series. Here's Hawkins again, big hole. Hawkins to the 40, to midfield, pulled down from behind at the Avila 35-yard line. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line as well, but Elliott Hawkins is running like a man possessed.
That'll be our trivia question of the day. How many yards will Elliott Hawkins wind up with? He's got to be up over 250 right now, I would think. Wow. I'd say 250, 260. He's had a big day, and including 2 touchdowns.
Ball at the 36-yard line of Avila. First down. Vikings up by 10. They want more. After the Eagles had the lead in the third quarter. The Elliott Hawkins show continues from Greg Mitchell Field. Hawkins again to the outside. Hawkins to the 30, to the 20, up the sideline, to the 10, dives for the pylon. Touchdown! Yes! Elliott Hawkins takes it to the left side, up the sideline. He dives for the pylon, gets there, and Valley now up 33-17. What a show by Elliott Hawkins.
He's got to be close to 300 yards. That's his 3rd touchdown. He has runs of 4, 53, and 36 yards for scores.
Wow. Man. And he got all 80 of those. So there's 80 yards.
And there was that good speed. He broke away from the pack one more time.
Well, we know he's 80 yards in 2 plays because that started at the 20. Villanueva to attempt the extra point. Ball down, kick is on the way, and this one is up and through. And now Vikings have a little breathing room. They doubled the score on the Eagles, 34-17, 11:04 to go. Back in a minute on the Viking Sports Network.
For over 60 years, Jennings Premium Meats has been providing the freshest meat to families throughout Missouri. Custom cut to prepackaged. If you like meat, you'll love Jennings. We guarantee. Fresh meat products include burgers, sausage, chops, and steaks. To award-winning smoked products including hams, turkeys, bacon, and our Pop's Authentic Snack Sticks. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, Saturdays, 8 to 5. Stop by Jennings Premium Meats in New Franklin. Find out more at JenningsPremiumMeats.com. We accept credit cards and EBT.
ConAgra, producers of kids' cuisine, cafe steamers, banquet frozen dinners, and banquet pot pies, cares about the communities and people they serve. That's why they are constantly developing innovative programs to deliver on the promise of being a good citizen in the community. With products in over 99% of American homes, ConAgra knows the importance of making food you love from a great place to work, creating stronger communities and a better planet. That's innovation. That's ConAgra.
Villanueva to kick it off. The Vikings now have exploded. They lead 34-17 in the fourth quarter. And this kick is bounding along the turf to the right side. It's going to be picked up at the 20-yard line and get all the way across the field and out of bounds at about the 27 for the Eagles goes Jeremiah Riddell. Joe, right now, 3 touchdowns and 319 yards rushing for number 28.
I bet he's carried the ball 25 times, close to 30. I don't know. I'd like to know how many carries he's had. He's been a workhorse all day.
It'll be interesting when this thing is over, but 319 right now. And he had, again, all 80 yards in 2 plays on the last drive.
The thing that's impressed me, his balance, he's shown that all year, but it seemed to me like he's getting faster as the year goes on.
And remember last year, he just wanted to run outside all the time. He is pounding that ball right up the middle. First down, broken play, fumble, ball is loose. Vikings have it at the 25. I believe the fumble was caused by Beltram and picked up by Jeff Desir.
Yeah, Marky Beltram got in there and jarred the ball loose from Jacobson. And like you said, Jeff Desir, the 289-pound sophomore out of St. Charles, fell on it. Good play by Beltram, and again, we've talked about him a bunch. He's a junior out of Antioch, California, and he really got to Jacobson quick. A big hit that time, and Vikings will set up shop at the Avila 25-yard line. Vikings have scored the last 22 points of the game to take a commanding 34-17 lead after being behind early in the second half.
And somewhere on that sideline, Elliot Hawkins is resting as Nigel Jaws, the running back.
Yeah.
From the 25-yard line, right hash mark. First down for the Vikings, leading 34-17. They've exploded late. Here's Dahl right up the middle. Nigel inside the 20. And he's hit hard, but not before he gets to the 16-yard line. A pickup of 9.
Giovanni Okoma made the stop. But Ken, you said it a minute ago. That offensive line is doing a very good job opening some holes right now. How many carries?
All right. How about this for ironic? With his 36-yard touchdown, Elliot Hawkins, well, we'll talk about this after this play. It's second down and a yard from the 16-yard line. Hand off to Dahl, bounces to the outside, nowhere to go, and that's Lopez.
Lopez again. He's been all over that field this afternoon.
So it's going to be third down, about 6. Joe, with his 36-yard touchdown, Elliot Hawkins has broken the Missouri Valley single-game rushing record that was held by DeAndre Campbell, who's here today, right?
Wow.
Elliot now has 319 yards rushing.
That's a single-game rushing record. Wow.
And Elliot Campbell is in the house today. So third down and 4.
I'm going to maybe try to talk to him after the game if we can.
Yeah, we will. Here's the throw into the end zone. Caught, touchdown. Jeremy Fry throws it into the corner of the end zone. Mikael Johnson makes the catch, and the Viking offense has exploded. And now that was a nicely thrown ball by the freshman across the field.
Jeremy Fry needed that pass. That has to be a big confidence builder, and Mikael Johnson there to haul that one in. And Fry rolling to his left that time put it right on the money. So, boy, this offense has exploded now. Down 17-12. All of a sudden they had 40-17 with a chance to make it 41.
And here's the extra point attempt by Villanueva. It's up, and it is good. And just like that, it's 41-17. Folks, with about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, it was 17-12 Avila, and the Vikings looked dead in the water. And all of a sudden now it's 41-17. Kickoff in 30 seconds, Viking Sports Network.
0% for 72 months on most new vehicles starts now at WK. Hurry in for the best October ever and choose 0% for 6 years on most 15s, including select Silverado half-tons. Or choose 15% cash back on select vehicles including Cruise, Malibu, Traverse, Equinox, and Camaro SS. Shop our best selection of new 15s today at WK Chevrolet, Buick Cadillac, and GMC in Sedalia, and online at WKChevy.com.
Well, we're going to have to update the program. Today's program says DeAndre Campbell into the Hall of Fame, a 3-time All-American, owns the records for single-game touchdowns with 6, rushing touchdowns 5, points scored 36, rushing yards 313. Not anymore. And he's here today as a Hall of Fame inductee. And congratulations, though, to the wonderful career he had. And Elliot Hawkins now, 319 yards. The new record for the Vikings.
And the thing about it is, this is a day where the Vikings needed those yards.
They needed every one of them. Ball is booted and fumbled, now picked up, and the Vikings are really getting after the Eagles now, as finally that ball was picked up by Rideau, and all he could do was get it to the 21-yard line. So that's where the Eagles will take over.
Antoine Palmer down there to make that hit on the special teams play for the Vikings. But the Vikings, I'm doing my math, I think 29 unanswered points to open up a trailed 17-12. Now they lead at 41-17, just over 9 minutes left to play in the game.
Well, that just shows you how explosive this offense can be when they're doing everything right. Boy, what a nice pass that was, too, by Jeremy Fry.
Put a nice touch on that one, and Mikael Johnson caught it right in the back corner of the end zone.
So first down, here's the handoff up the middle to Jackson. And gets across the 20 to about the 22 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, you know, you give Jeremy Fry credit. I mean, he got off to kind of a slow start, but he has not played that much, and he's a true freshman. And, you know, it just takes you a while to get your bearings, get your confidence, and that last pass should have really boosted him up a little bit.
So it's 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4 by Alan Jackson. Nice job by Calvin Jacobson running the show after Radball went out with a first-half injury. Back to throw Jacobson. Throws. It is through the hands of the intended receiver, J.J. Russell. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, now quite a few new faces come into the lineup as Coach Monty Rowe continues to shuffle defensive people in and out of the lineup. So next week we'll be down in Springfield. It'll be Evangel. I think that's a 1:30 kickoff?
I believe it's 1:30.
1:30 kickoff. We might have to stop at Ebbets Field.
We could stop at Ebbets Field. Not a bad place to stop.
You're not a bad social chairman. I'll give you credit.
We'll think about that. That'd be a perfect time to watch a little college football and enjoy a victory over the Crusaders. Empty backfield. Jacobson to throw. He's being chased by Higgins. Throws over the middle. Caught is bobbled, and the ball is bobbled and dropped. Again, that is Russell who couldn't hang on. Low with the coverage, and it'll be 4th down.
Big Nate Higgins, great pass rush, as you said that time. He was right in there, and pretty good throw by Jacobson under pressure, but the ball was dropped. So Avila, who's scored the first time they had the ball in the second half, and boy, the Vikings have shut them down the last 4 times.
Yeah, and Avila will be 1-7, it appears. The Vikes will go to 5-3 in 3 huge games coming up, 2 of them on the road. Baker knocked off Mid-American Nazarene today, so they continue their great play.
I wonder how that Evangel Central Methodist game's going.
We should check that one. Here comes the rush. They don't get there, and it's going to be taken by Turk. He makes one man miss, and just no room up the sideline, and now finally he's hit. Oh, there's a late hit.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 flags.
And the guy, who was that? That was number 74. That was Shabari Jones, a 295-pound freshman. He just leveled Darian Turk. And
Turk was already on the
Jones, when they threw the flag, Jones puts his hands out like, me?
And flags came from 3 different directions. That was a pretty easy one to call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's close to a targeting.
Yeah, that could have hurt Darian. I don't think it did, but that could have.
So It's an unnecessary roughness penalty on the Avila Eagles. We handed in our Ted Chitwood Awards, and I don't think there'll be a secret today. It'll be Elliot Hawkins' career rushing record today.
If it's not, we're not going to vote anymore.
It's first down for the Vikings. They'll have the ball in Avila territory. Let's see, at the, they're going to mark this inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. First down. Yeah, I see on the replay, Turk goes down, and he's sitting there.
Yeah,
literally sitting on the turf with his head.
Sitting duck. He was a sitting Turk.
And I mean, that was a late hit. So, Vikings have the ball at the 38-yard line of Avila. Fry has to be feeling pretty good about himself after that touchdown. And up the middle.
Man's back in there, Elliot Hawkins.
Give it to Elliot Hawkins. Don't lose too many yards there, Elliot.
We'll keep track of his yards now. He's at 319. He might have gotten a yard on that play. Not much. His tempers flare a little bit after the play.
Where are they going to mark it? Right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got anything. He's actually going to lose a yard, I think.
Yeah.
And now the Vikings will take a timeout. Ball, there was a loss of a yard on that.
So that whacks him back to what, 318?
So DeAndre Campbell going, wait a minute, I might get my yard, my rushing back here. 8:02 to go. Timeout taken by Valley. We'll keep it right here and tell you that soccer coming up tonight. Baker in town, and I'll tell you, two big soccer matches. Both Baker teams are ahead of the Vikings. The Baker men are undefeated at 7-0. Valley a game behind, so that is a battle for first place. Vlade Simic's team, probably a better offensive team. Baker, the better defensive team. That should be a matchup. And then Drew Hawkins' team, they need a win tonight to get themselves in the top half of the conference and host a playoff game. So that'll be a tough battle against Baker tonight as well. So we'll have both of those on the live stream starting around 6 o'clock. We hope we'll be able to get on about 6. And this game has moved right along, so we should be in pretty good shape.
How do you keep your voice for all those games?
We enjoy... I don't know. We just get through it somehow. Get through it somehow.
Does Chaz stay with you? Or
he'll be here.
Does he doze off?
He'll be here for the duration as well.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We'll be here and probably putting equipment away in the dark. They always like to turn the lights off on us.
Well, I'd stay with you. Last week was my anniversary. This week I haven't seen my wife very much.
2nd and 11 now. Fry throws on the run. It's incomplete. Siobhan Richardson, the intended receiver on the far side. And you wonder why we're still throwing the ball. Well, Joe, right now is probably a good time to get Fry some repetition, get him used to throwing the ball.
Well, Martin Washington in the game at that running back position now. So Hawk in there for one play, ran that one play and lost a yard. So he's out. So I guess his total's back to 318 right now.
I'm not so sure he was supposed to be in there. Paul Trott didn't look too happy about him being in there right then. So they bring Washington in. So it's 3rd down and 11 from the 39-yard line. Let's see if Fry wants to throw the football. Now they hand it to Washington, and he gets to the 36-yard line. Clock moving, 7:47 to go, 41-17 Valley. And let's see if they're going to punt the ball.
I don't see the punt team out there yet. I don't think coach has made a decision. It's going to be 4th down and about 8, it looks like. The ball's in Avila territory, though. It's down around the looks like it's around the 36-yard line. So they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here. Mikhail Johnson goes wide to the right side. Siobhan Richardson wide left. Moriarty is the blocking back. Washington up the middle. He'll be short of the first down. Running that left hash mark. Gets inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. But the Eagles hold, and they'll take over on downs at their own 32-yard line. Joe, a key part of this game, besides all the rushing by Elliot Hawkins, was that punt. That short punt by Villanueva that pinned the Eagles at the 1-yard line.
That was a beautiful, well-executed
punt, and that really started a lot there in this 29-point run.
New players in for the Vikings now. I see Mark Plummer, the Marshall product. He's in a defensive back. Juwan Cassidy in at a defensive back position. We'll run these numbers. Suitors in there also, it looks like. We'll get some others as we go along.
Back to throw. Jacobson, pocket collapses, throws it deep down the seam. It's batted away at the last
moment. Nice play.
And I believe that was
Stephen Seals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seals knocked it away from Rogers right at the last moment.
Good play, good timing play by Stefan Seals to get up and knock that one away. Let's see who else is in there right now. Angel Ramos is in the game for the Vikings. So they've got some new faces out there right now. Let's see, I got a linebacker. Looks like Kiefer Shipley's in the lineup.
2nd down and 10, 32-yard line. They're on 32 for the Eagles.
Keith Harris, the second.
Empty backfield for Jacobson. Throws to the sideline. He completes it to Horn. Knocked down immediately at the 39. That's a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 39-yard line.
That was Keith Harris and Juwan Cassidy in on that stop for the Vikings. So Avila, big 3rd down play. They want to keep the drive. They'd like to score one more time.
Vikings will be 5 and 3 and 2 and 0 in the South after today with 3 big games coming up. 3rd down, they hand it off, and not getting the first down is Alan Jackson. Good ankle tackle. He stopped at the 40, 4th and 2.
Kiefer Shipley made that stop. He's a senior out of Drexel, Missouri. He got down around the ankles and brought Jackson down. So Avila 4th and short. They're going to go for it. It's on the ball on their own 40-yard line, but they've got nothing to lose right now.
4th down and 2. Vikings were offside. Free play down the sideline. Horn does make the catch in traffic and is shoved out at the 25-yard line of Valley. The play will count as the Vikings were offside.
Caught that ball right in front of Juwan Cassidy. Cassidy, pretty good coverage, but Horn made a nice play on the ball, so that'll be a first down. And
offside on Valley. Good job by Jacobson, realizing it was offside, took the play. It's 41-17, 6:02 to go.
Chris Baloney, a senior lineman out of Beaumont, Texas, in the lineup for the Vikings right now.
Ball is at the 25-yard line. And again, Jacobson with an empty backfield. 4 wide receivers off to the left side. Clock moving again, under 6 minutes remaining. Vikings in control, 41-17. After trailing 17-12. Here's the throw to the sideline. It's caught. What a catch. I got to say, out of bounds.
Yeah, boy.
Wow, Horn, I thought he may have had a foot in bounds. The official was right there. Went up, made the catch over the defensive back, but was ruled both feet out of bounds.
Cameron Creighton also in the Viking lineup. You know, Ken, we read a lot of these names, some of these second teamers in the lineup for the Vikings, but a lot of these guys have played a lot. We've read their names before, you know.
Yeah, they rotate him in and out. He was out. Tried to keep that right foot in, but it was on the white. So it is 2nd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Jacobson tries the same play. Wide open. And this time Cassidy is beat. Touchdown, Blake Horn. He went right by Cassidy for the touchdown. 25-yard touchdown strike as Jacobson to Horn, and Avila gets a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. It's 41-23.
Yeah, and that, again, the Vikings don't have their first-team defense in right now, so a nice pass. Some of the second-teamers look pretty good. They played well, made some good hits, just a nice pass play that time from Jacobson to Horn.
And now they're going to go for 2. They keep Jackson in the backfield as Jacobson out of the shotgun. Little shovel pass, it's incomplete. He was trying to shuffle that pass to Jackson, and it was incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. 41-23. Valley with a lead, 5:37 to go. We're back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Viking Sports Network.
You need a diesel engine for one reason, power. So what good is it if it doesn't start? Randy Adams over at Marshall Diesel will set you up with an 1100 cranking amp battery. Randy's crew works on air, hydraulic, and electric brakes, truck or tractor. They do steel and aluminum welding with exhaust parts in stock, like mufflers, elbows, and pipe, including both 4 and 5-inch flex pipe. Open 8 to 5 weekdays till noon on Saturday to do your DOT inspections. Call Randy Adams at 886-8646. Marshall Diesel, 758 North Miami and Marshall. Credit cards welcome. See him at marshalldiesel.com.
You know, Ken, I didn't realize it, but they went for 2. That would have made it a 2-possession game if they'd have made that, made it a 16-point game. So good choice by Avila, but the Vikes stop it.
Yeah, big play. You're right. That would have made it a 2-possession game, and you never know. Couple of stops, couple of long passes. Now let's see if the Eagles decide to kick it deep or if Meyer's going to try an onside kick. Yeah, he's lining up the onside kick, and the Vikings know that. They have everyone up close, receivers, defensive backs.
The All-State people, the good hands team
They're
out there.
all up there. As Meyer will see where he wants to kick this. They'll go for the onside kick. It's got to go 10 yards. Good high bounce. Fuente grabs it. Boy, they try to take his head off, and Rick hangs on to the football. Come flying in there with Jacob Rhodes. Or excuse me, yeah, that was Jacob Rhodes, but he was able to hang on, was Fuente, and the Vikings have the ball in Avila territory at the 47-yard line.
Ken, how many things does Rick Fuentes do well? He does a lot. He's a very talented, very fundamentally sound football player, it looks like to me.
Well, the Vikes are going to keep Washington in as a running back. And Fry at the quarterback spot. Vikings are up 41-23 midway through the fourth quarter. Here's Washington straight ahead. Good surge by the line. He tries to spin to the outside. Boy, that young man's tough to bring down. He's a senior. Gets inside the 45 down to the 43. He's out of Houston, Texas.
Josh Hicks, freshman linebacker out of Belton, Missouri, there to wrestle him to the ground, but gained of about 4 for Washington on the play. Yeah, you're right, Ken. Good second effort, and he just kept going that time.
Couple of first downs, and the Vikings can put this one in the books and go to 5-3 on the year as the clock is moving, and they have an 18-point lead, 41-23. Washington stays in, pistol set. Fry takes the snap, hands to Washington, bounces to the outside the 40, inside the 40, to the 30, up the left sideline to the 20, to the 10, touchdown, Valley, Martin Washington.
43 yards.
4:45 to go.
Good job by that offensive line one more time.
Wow, you talk about Elliott Hawkins in 318, with just the rushing yards today, well over 400 yards rushing against Avila today. Good job by Washington. Doesn't get many carries, and he's got to be a happy young man at homecoming to get himself a touchdown.
Yeah, that Washington showed good speed, and he really burst to the outside and took off, and he's another one of the seniors, so always good to see a senior do well in your last homecoming game.
Villanueva, low snap, but he gets to it, puts it up, and puts it through. So the Vikings come right back. It's now 48-23, 4:45 to go. Do you remember about halfway through the third quarter it was 17-12?
Yeah.
And now everybody scored points.
I'm thinking it's going to be a 19-18 game, or
Now it's 48-23. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds.
Well, I've heard life is like a box of chocolates. Well, to me, it's like a scratch-off ticket. Are you in? I'm in. Oh, come on, big money. Big money. Oh, man. Why a scratch-off ticket, homie? You do have a problem. We all want to get rich quick. Most attempts fail miserably. But the idea, that's what keeps you coming back for more.
Speak for yourself, homie.
Big money. Big money. Oh, man. All right, back to work. We here at Heinzler Brothers aren't the luckiest group of guys, but that's good for you, because when you need welding, we're the company to call. 886-7775.
Well, the Vikings answer that score by the Eagles in a hurry on the run by Washington. The Vikings approaching 400-plus yards as far as rushing the football this afternoon. And they've put 48 points on the board. Again, halfway through the third quarter, they had 12. So this is an explosive offense. And again, give the offensive line a lot of credit. There have been some gaping holes, and these running backs are having fun with it.
Yeah, they are.
Villanueva to kickoff. And he sends this one spinning, and it will be returned by Pugh. Brings it to the middle of the field to the 25. He gets all the way to the 35-yard line. Ankle tackle there, and it'll be first down. That was Ballard who made the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 35-yard line.
You know, the rushing totals for the game are going to look impressive, but I think even more impressive, how many rushing yards in the second half. I mean, they've got most of those yards. That's going to be a phenomenal number for one half of football, I would guess.
So the Vikings go to 5-3 in this contest and hit the road to Springfield next Saturday. Homecoming here, big crowd.
And the Vikings, again, 36 points since almost the midway point of the third quarter.
So first down, and Jacobson's had a big day. Calvin Jacobson, the junior out of Blue Springs. Empty backfield again. He is hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Oh, man, did he take a shot by Suter just as he tried to throw the ball to Horn, and it hit the turf incomplete.
And Keith Harris' eyeballs got very big as he saw that ball floating. He's a defensive lineman. You talk about a defensive lineman's dream. It's to pick up a fumble or intercept a pass.
And he was trying to get to that ball, just couldn't get there.
No.
So it's 2nd and 10. That stops the clock. We're at the 4:34 mark of this one.
Terenzo Vereen in the lineup for the Vikings right now on the defensive end.
Vikes will be 5-3. Avila will fall to 1-7. Jacobson back to throw, rushes on, steps up in the pocket, throws on the run. He completes it to Horn, and he gets out of bounds, but not before he picks up a first down at the Viking 47-yard line. Again, on the coverage for the Vikings
Horn's
was
going to have
Jawan Cassidy.
Horn's going to have a big day here in the last 3 minutes of the game.
So it's first down at the 47-yard line. The Eagles put a scare into the Vikings, but the Vikings will come away with a homecoming win. First down at the 47-yard line. And fake the handoff to Jackson. Jacobson rolls to his left, being chased by Suter. Throws, completes it to his tight end, Luke Oldham. And Oldham's inside the 35, down to the 34, first down.
Yeah, whacked down there that time by Greg Johnson, but another completion by Jacobson. So you're right, Ken. He's put up some pretty good numbers here coming off the bench when Radball, their number 1 quarterback, got hurt in the first half.
Ball to the 34-yard line, first down. Jacobson swings the pass to his tight end, who is lined up in the backfield. Oldham gets inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. They'll give him the 29, and that'll be a gain of 5. They had him lined up as a fullback that time. 3:34 to go.
Greg Johnson on the stop, also in there on that last tackle. Cameron Creighton, defensive lineman, freshman.
So it is going to be 2nd down and 5 from the 29. Eagles would like at least one more touchdown in this game. Jacobson back to throw again, rushes on, he's being chased, throws into the end zone, it's caught again. Touchdown, and Horn is just taking Jawan Cassidy to school right now. That's another touchdown, Horn beating Cassidy, and the Eagles come right back, and it's now 48-29.
Boy, Jacobson, how many yards has he passed for? He's had, that's what, at least 3 touchdown passes for him.
Jawan Cassidy having a rough afternoon out there. He's trying to play man-to-man with Horn, and that's just not working out.
Well, we had a slugfest last week, 35-33. This one's going to look the same way.
48-29. Valley will win, but, boy, there'll be some gaudy numbers on the totals for both sides here today.
Yep.
Now they'll go for 1 as Meyer will attempt the extra point. Left-footed kicker. Ball is down, and this kick is up, and it is good. 48-30 with 3:04 to go. We're coming back in 30 seconds. Viking Sports Network.
If you wait, it could be too late. Yes, the 2015 Chevy, Buick, and GMC model year is coming to an end. And so is your chance to get huge savings with customer cash, bonus cash, down payment assistance, Costco customer savings, and a big John Rector discount on remaining 2015s. Don't wait. Come see Eddie, Karen, or Rick, and let them add up the savings on the Chevy, Buick, or GMC of your choice. It's time to find new roads and big savings at John Rector Motors in Marshall before the 2015s are gone.
Well, back and forth we go. It's now 48-30. They're just announcing to the crowd here when the game is over to please vacate the premises and get ready for soccer as soon as possible. We're about an hour away from kickoff of the women's match. So. But back and forth we go with these touchdowns. Now Dorian Stannard, who, remember way back, the first possession of the game, Dorian Stannard had a touchdown kick.
Yeah, he did. That seems like 2 weeks ago.
Another onside kick will be coming here from Meyer. Puentes recovered the last one. 3:04 to go. And this one, Fuentes
he got it again. Got it, boy, Rick.
He waited for it. Looked like a good shortstop. Went down, fielded the ball cleanly, and rolled away from the defense. And the Vikings have it at the 47-yard line of Avila again.
Again, the good hands people do their job, and so Vikes will take over with just over 3 minutes left in the game. They take over on the Eagle 47-yard line.
Now, this isn't the kind of defense we're used to seeing with very low numbers against the Vikings. But, Joe, they came up big on about 3 or 4 series midway through the third quarter to midway through the fourth quarter when they really had to. This defense performed.
They did. They stopped Avila 4 straight times when the Vikes were struggling offensively. Then once the offense got in gear, things opened up a little bit. But
here's the freshman Fry looking for running room, and he gets it inside the 30 all the way down to the 29-yard line. Jeremy Fry with a nice run, and it'll be a first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, Fry showed good speed that time, drugged down by Nick Mason. So that'll be a first down. Fry takes it all the way down to the 30.
48-30 is our score. The Vikings give up about 26 points a game, and the Eagles give up 46.1, so the Vikings have not helped that average for the Eagles. The Vikings give up 28.6 a game. First down at the 30-yard line, taking that play clock down within 10 seconds, handing it off to Nigel Daw. Nigel is roughed up and thrown down at the 28-yard line. It'll be second down and 8. Vikings in no hurry now. They'd like to get a couple more, another first down, just run the clock out. And I doubt if Avila will stop it. Again, the play clock at 20, and they can run it all the way down. Joe All will get Coach Paul Troth. Will also get Elliot Hawkins, and he will be, I don't think there's any secret, he'll be the Chitwood winner this year, so we'll visit with him as well. Second down and 8. Daw, the running back, for the pistol. Now he's going to work to the left side of Jeremy Fry, giving the ball anyway, and Elliott trying to find a little seam. Not much there, but the clock now moving down to 1:29, so the Vikings can take almost 30 seconds off the clock before they have to snap it again.
I think I'm going to head towards ground level, if that's okay.
You've been down there once chasing around the king and queen, and now you got to go chase a coach.
I'm still catching my breath. I had to chase the king and queen all the way across the field to get them to come back so they'd talk with you.
Well, we appreciate you doing that. That was a nice little visit at the half. So, third down and 8. Play clock at 14. Game clock is at 1 minute on the third down and 8 play. Hand it up. No, Fry's going to keep it. Slips, goes down at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be fourth down and 8. Vikes probably have to snap it one more time, and I doubt if they'll just do anything but just snap the ball and get out of here with a 48-30 win. Ball is at the Eagle 28-yard line. 28 seconds to go, 17 on the play clock, so the Vikings will have to snap it one more time. And they'll get out of here with a win and get ready to go to Springfield. Fry waits for the snap. Takes it with 3 on the play clock, gives it off to Nigel Daw. He's hit and will be stopped at the 28-yard line, 8 seconds to go. So the Vikes will go to 5-3 on the year. The Eagles will fall to 1-7, but I'm telling you, they put a scare into this Viking unit. They had a 17-12 lead midway through the third quarter. Vikings scored, and then Elliot Hawkins just took over, and the Vikings rolled to a 48-30 win. There is an injured player down for the Eagles with 8 seconds remaining. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors today, including Viking Athletic Goods, and congratulations to Ronnie Porter. He and his son George own that business, and Ronnie named one of the outstanding alumnus for Missouri Valley this weekend. Lime Cooler Insurance Services, Katy Trail Community Health, Weber Seeds Incorporated, A&J Salvage and Scrapyard in Higginsville, all with us on the broadcast. On the live stream, hang around. We have a couple of soccer matches coming up. Evangel will be in. 2 big matches for both the women and men. Should get that doubleheader started hopefully right around 6 o'clock. The injured player coming off the field is George Howard, Big George Howard. He is a 260-pound freshman offensive lineman. So one play, in all likelihood, left for the Eagles. They came in, gave it a good shot, and had the Vikings worried, had them down 17-12 midway through the third quarter, but then the Vikings went to the running game with Elliot Hawkins and that offensive line, and a record-setting day for Elliot Hawkins, 318 yards rushing. DeAndre Campbell, who held the previous record, was inducted into the Hall of Fame this morning, so he's on campus. So, prevent defense for the Vikes, and here is the handoff to Jackson. He's hit, down he goes, and I think that's going to do it as the clock winds down and time is out. Vikings win it by the score of 48-30 on a record-setting day for Elliott Hawkins. We'll be back and start the postgame show in 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
For years, you've trusted MFA for all your livestock needs, and they've always come true for you. Now MFA offers the Gold Star team of livestock minerals, specially designed for balanced nutrition, better reproductive health, overall herd health, and production. You want to maximize health, production, and profits in your herd. Now feel secure knowing that MFA's complete line of Gold Star minerals will set a new standard of excellence and performance in your herd. When it comes to your herd, get what you need. Get MFA Gold Star minerals from Central Missouri Agri-Service, where our success is measured by your success.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for home sweet home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20. Red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the bootio. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
I'm Justin Schuster, your Missouri Farm Bureau agent. And if you're in Saline County, I've got you covered.
Well, the Vikings got a scare today as they trailed 17-12 midway through the third quarter, but then they picked it up, and Elliott Hawkins did the heavy lifting as he had a record-setting day, 318 yards rushing for Missouri Valley. That breaks the DeAndre Campbell record. And again, DeAndre Campbell was on campus today as a Hall of Fame inductee. So big day for Elliott Hawkins, and the Vikings go to 5-3 with the victory today. We'll have the Chitwood Award winner, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be Elliott Hawkins, and we'll have Coach Troth with us. That's all coming up in 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Living well is important to our health. If you have a medical problem, go to Live Well Community Health Centers in Concordia and Waverly. Whether it's diabetes, wellness, mental health, or even dental care, Live Well Community Health Centers in Concordia and Waverly are there for you. If you currently have no insurance, ask about their sliding scale fee. The Live Well Community Health Centers are part of HCC of Rural Missouri. For more information, go to www.livewellcenters.org. Call the Concordia office at 463-0234 or the Waverly office at 493-2262.
See for yourself why so many people are excited about Tyler Civic Center in Marshall. It's 2,200 square feet of sheer elegance, perfect to rent for your special events. You can bring your own decor, food, and beverage, or you can have them cater and serve your event. Located at 111 East Arrow in Marshall, next to Chic Salon, you won't be disappointed. Rehearsal dinner, reunions, business meetings, receptions, and more. Check out the Tyler Civic Center in Marshall. Call 202-3844 to find out more.
Well, the Vikings win it today, 48-30, and I guess it was just made official. Elliott Hawkins was the Ted Chitwood Award winner. That is an award given out to an outstanding senior player of the homecoming game, and how more outstanding can you get than the day he had, breaking the single-game rushing record for Valley. Now, Elliott Hawkins came into this game, and you thought, modest numbers. He came into the game with 549 yards rushing. Now he's very seriously a candidate to be a 1,000-yard rusher after a record-breaking performance today, and added a couple of touchdowns with that as well. But give the Avila Eagles credit. They came in today, and they gave the Vikings all they wanted. The Vikings took the opening kickoff, drove 86 yards, touchdown to Travis Middleton, to Dorian Stannard, but then Middleton was banged up a little bit. Jeremy Fry had to come in, the true freshman, and we had a battle on our hands. The Eagles scored late in the first half to get within 2, scored on the opening drive of the second half, and all of a sudden they were ahead 17-12. It stayed that way until about late in the third quarter. The Vikings scored on a long run by Elliott Hawkins, and then the Vikings took control of this one, winning it by the score of 48-30. Again, on the live stream tonight at 6, or shortly thereafter, we will have women's soccer, and it should be a heck of a battle as the Vikings will take on Baker, doubleheader, and both very important matches. So stay with us. We'll have those two for you to wrap up our homecoming activities tonight. We better take another break. When we come back, hopefully Joe All will be with us. We'll talk to the coach and also to Elliot Hawkins. That's all coming up. 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Now's the time to book your holiday party at Stonehenge Golf Club in Marshall. Whether it's a family gathering, social group event, or a company party, Stonehenge Golf Club offers a comfortable, quality facility to make your event a success. Choose from a sit-down or buffet-style meal or an hors d'oeuvre buffet, along with a cash, ticketed, or open bar, all set to your tastes and desires. Call George at Stonehenge Golf Club in Marshall to book your holiday party now. 886-4653. That's 886-4653.
Are you a good gift giver or a not-so-good gift giver? This is Stacy at Sturhan Jewelers. If your gift-giving skills need a little boost, shop our top 10 gift ideas for fall. We've handpicked the best jewelry gifts that are guaranteed to make her eyes sparkle, starting at just $99. From shimmering diamonds that move with every breath she takes to stackable diamond rings. Check out our top 10 gift ideas now at jewelryandmarshall.com. Then take your gift-giving skills to the next level at Sturhan Jewelers on the east side of the Marshall Square.
The Vikings just wrapping up their conversation with head coach Paul Troth down on the field. Again, 48-30 is the score. And I'll tell you, you can talk about Elliot Hawkins, you can talk about the running. We'll get the statistics and what a day rushing the football, but that offensive line, and kind of a patched-up offensive line with Chisholm out for the year. Also, several other players have banged up today on that offensive line. Brendan Latham is out, Chisholm out for the year, but Troy Jones stepped in at center, and others just did a great job for the Vikings, and it was really quite a performance rushing the football today. Waiting to pick up Joe Auld, and we'll have Joe and Coach Troth, and hopefully we can grab Elliot Hawkins in the mix as well and talk to him about his performance as well. So let's head down to the field if we can, and Joe's has the coach with him. Joe?
Okay, well, the Vikings, the big second half, come away with a 48-30 win. Right now, I've got Coach Paul Troth going with me. And, Coach, it took a while to get going, but second half, the offensive line took over, and you had a big second half offensively.
Yeah, it was really good to see because we were struggling throwing the ball, and Travis was out, and we had our young guy in and did a nice job of just kind of hanging in there. But we put it on the big guys and the running backs, and they responded.
How about Elliot Hawkins? 318 yards, a single game rushing record, and he put the team on his back when you needed him to.
Yeah, absolutely. I had no idea he had that many. I knew he had a bunch, but he's just running so well right now, being physical and running through contact, and so but he'll be the first to tell you, and you can see from the awards. I mean, he credits the O-line, and like I said, is we needed that today, so it was good to see.
A couple of big fourth down plays really got you going. That 50-plus yard touchdown run he had on fourth down, then that reverse to Jacoby Bellard on fourth down for a touchdown. Those were two big plays.
Yeah, that reverse, we got a little bit lucky because we had a guy off the edge. Jacoby did a great job making a miss, and then just outran everybody else to the end zone. So, yeah, those were big plays. We needed a spark because we were just kind of struggling along. But, it's like I told our guys, that's how this year's going to be. We're just going to have to work for everything we get.
I know you don't pay any attention to this. This is your 150th career win.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm happy we won today. And so, next week will be another set of problems, and we'll try to give you 1-0 next week and try to get another win.
Okay, you're 2-0 in divisional play. Now you start Murderers Row, Evangel, Baker, and Mid-America back to back to back. It starts out in Springfield next Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I told the guys it just gets tougher from here on out. So don't have to play them all three at once, so that's a good thing. We just got to make sure we get ready and go play Evangel, and that'll be a battle.
Coach, good job. Celebrate homecoming. We'll see you in Springfield.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe, and we appreciate it. As Joe goes looking, I think, for Elliot Hawkins. We'll see if we can't get Elliot on with us if he has not left the field. While we will take a look and see if we can't find the Ted Chitwood Award winner, let's take a quick 1-minute break. Viking Sports Network.
Hello, this is Dr. Barbara Burns with AccuQuest Hearing Centers.
Hey, just take a 30 here.
A free, no-obligation hearing evaluation today. Too often I see people putting off hearing evaluations for a variety
Just
of
a 30 if you can.
It's because you have a set of hearing aids sitting in a drawer that didn't work for you. Maybe you think hearing aids are too expensive. Maybe it's because you think people will think less of you. Whatever the reason, let AccuQuest help. We don't just sell hearing aids, we sell satisfaction. Like a 30-day trial period, up to 3 years full-service warranty including loss and damage, free in-office repairs, cleanings, and adjustments for the life of the hearing aids, and a free annual diagnostic evaluation. We also offer no interest payment plans, and our hearing aids can be so small they virtually go unnoticed. There simply is no good reason not to let AccuQuest help. It will recover the life you're missing along with your hearing. Call AccuQuest Hearing Centers in Marshall and Sedalia at 831-5048 or 826-0180.
All right, let's go back to the field if we can. Joe Ault is there, and he's got a very tired but I'm sure happy running back with him. Joe?
Ken, now we've got the Ted Chitwood Award winner, Elliot Hawkins. Congratulations, Elliot. Big day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You know, you rushed for 318 yards. That's unofficial. That's a single-game rushing record. You broke the record set by DeAndre Campbell back in the 90s. He's here today for homecoming. He went into the Hall of Fame, so you broke the record. What do you think about that?
Man, first, I just got to thank God because he allowed me to be in this position, and then I got to give 50% of the credit to my O-linemen, tight ends, and our fullbacks, and other 50% to the receivers for blocking downfield, allowed me to get where I got.
When you got that Chitwood Award, you had the linemen out there with you. Was that your idea?
Yeah, yes, sir. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have got it. Yes, sir. So I got to give all thanks to the O-linemen, receivers, fullbacks, and the coaches for having faith in me, knowing that I could do it.
You know, I knew you were a strong runner. Have you gotten faster as the year is going on? You broke away for a couple long touchdown runs. Seems to me like you've gotten faster as the year's gone on.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Well, over the summer I took yoga, and yoga, helped me get loose and everything. So, and then I just, over the summer, we had 24 gashers at one point in time, and we had 18 100s. I just took all that serious in the summer because I told myself this senior year I'm going to better myself.
You put the team on the back. They needed you to do that. You stepped up at the right time. Okay, you guys are 5-3 right now, 2-0 in the division. You got Evangel, Baker, and Mid-America coming up. Those will be 3 big games, won't they?
Right, yes, sir. We all got to stay humble, just keep doing what we're doing, and just keep doing our own assignment instead of worrying about what everybody's doing. All we got to do is just stay focused like we were today. It took us a little while to get our engines running, but after a while, we all kicked in, became one, and when we become one, the sky's the limit.
Well, Elliot, very proud of you. You had a big game this afternoon. Congratulations on the record. We'll see you in Springfield next week.
All right, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thank you, Joe. Great job with the coach. And Elliot Hawkins, what a performance he had today. All right, we're going to be back, and we'll wrap things up. Hopefully I'll have a few statistics for you of this ball game, and we'll wrap things up and get ready for soccer on the live stream. We'll be back with more from Greg Mitchell. Vikings win it today, 48-30. We'll be back in 1 minute. Viking Sports Network.
Bill Bunt Chevrolet in Higginsville is home of Lafayette County's largest variety of used cars and trucks. Whether you are replacing your main vehicle or adding an extra car or truck for a family member, you don't have to go far. Lots of options at Bill Bunt Chevrolet. Our experts check every pre-owned vehicle to offer you nothing but the best so you can find new roads. Bill Bunt Chevrolet in Higginsville, the working man's friend, just a country mile north of I-70 on Highway 13 in Higginsville. Or visit us at BillBuntChevrolet.com.
Missouri Valley College, where it's always a great day to be a Viking.
It's a great day to be in a class where the professor knows your name, or meet someone from another country.
Great day to be challenged by one of our 40 academic programs. To get involved, make an impact.
Make today a great day. Check us out online at moval.edu. Missouri Valley College, it's a great day to be a Viking.
Well, the Vikings win it today, 48-30, 318 yards rushing for Elliot Hawkins. That is a new Missouri Valley College record. Vikings trailed 17-12 midway through the third quarter, but then they rolled from that point on, and they win it by the score of 48-30. We head to Springfield next week. The Crusaders will be awaiting. It's an afternoon game, and the Vikings really, in all likelihood, have to run the table with their 3 losses if they want to make the playoffs this year. So let's hope they can start with that one. Well, Joe, I tell you what, Elliot Hawkins, I know he was a tired young man down there, but It's kind of impressive bringing the linemen over to get his award with him, knowing that how important they were in that record-breaking performance.
Well, we talked about that out there a minute ago, and yeah, he's a very humble young man, and he says, I couldn't do it without those guys. And, you know, most good running backs, the offensive line, the first people they credit, and the offensive line did a good job. When Martin Washington was in there, Nigel Dahl was in there, they opened some nice holes for them too.
Well, here we go officially. Elliott Hawkins, 29 carries, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns. You think he'll be the player of the week in the conference?
I would say he would have a chance. He would get my vote.
And there were some plays. The Vikings rushed. The Vikings rushed, folks, for 461 yards, passed for 141. So really gaudy offensive numbers. 600 yards of offense for the Vikings today. Avila passed for 283, rushed for 144, but 600 yards of offense for the Vikings today as they win this game, led by Elliott Hawkins. Alan Jackson had a big game, 123 yards rushing. And how about Jacobson? He was 14 out of 28 for 189 yards and 3 touchdowns coming off the bench.
Yeah,
nice day there.
He did a good job, and I'd like to know how many of those 400-plus yards came in the second half. I bet a bunch of them did.
Yeah, but boy, 461 rushing the ball, 600 yards of offense. Well, that'll do it. Joe and I will talk to you from Springfield, and I'll be back on the live stream at about 6 tonight for Baker, Missouri Valley Soccer, both the women and the men's matches coming up. Joe, good. We'll see you in Springfield. Let's go to Springfield and let's get another win.
Well, we've got 3 tough games coming up, and the Vikes, like you said, they just about have to run the table if they want to make the playoffs this year. But these are teams we've beaten in the past, teams that are going to be very tough. So it should be very interesting games coming up the next 3.
And we'll see if Travis Middleton dinged up a little bit today, whether he'll be able to go next week or not, or will it be the freshman Jeremy Fry. Vikes win it today, 48-30. For Joe Auld and Chaz Maddie and the entire live stream crew, I'm Ken Cuiava. So long from Greg Mitchell Field on the campus of Missouri Valley College. Vikes win it 48-30.
Missouri Valley Vikings football.
All right, you want to recap?